I have to do my thing.
There we
Whoa,
go.
everybody! It's time. It's time. Awestruck podcast. We're doing it. We're doing Saturday night podcast because Rob's got a date tomorrow. He's got to get on the road. He got a Long Island.
Going to Long Island over here.
To see the Rob Liefeld. So I don't know how much quotient. We got to do a 10%. What are we doing?
10%. We're gonna up it to 15.
15.
It's funny because I wasn't going to go, but then he chastised me for not going. I'm like, all right, whatever. I think Rob Liefeld thinks Long Island's close to South Jersey. I don't think he knows.
He don't know. Tell him to pay your fucking gas.
My gas on my electric car. Pay that electric car gas.
Do you need to charge? Are you gonna be good? And you're gonna be able to go
I'll be good.
back?
I'll be good. I can get up there for sure, and I could probably get at least 3/4 of the way back. We'll see. It's just me in the car, so it's not a lot of weight. It's not like when I drove up to New York and back with Brian. I barely made it home, but
Wow, that is horrible. That's a horrible. You're on record. I can cut that out if you want.
Oh, that's fine. No, I was a bigger. I was a little heavier last year. A little heavier
pictures.
The year before.
I got pictures, but so today, we're about a date. We saw the brand new day. I already saw it. I saw it 3 times in 36 hours. So that maybe less than 36 hours.
I didn't know you saw it. Oh, okay.
I saw it, then I got a bootleg of it.
Oh,
spoilers.
Cut that out.
Nah. Pirates. Look, over.
You have paid for it. Listen, you have paid for it twice.
I paid for it twice. All right. And but I did the second one kind of just as an exercise. I was like, oh, let me watch it. And then I just watched the whole thing again. And then I was very stoked to see it. So I saw it last night. So I basically saw it Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday. So maybe not 36 hours. But so we're going to do a portion of the general thoughts, and we'll have a spoiler portion. I'll put a note in the bottom that you can skip to the spoiler if you want to go after the spoilers or something like that. Yeah. So, and then regular news, some things, good stuff, good Superman stuff, and some Twitter X's. So let's jump into it. But my overall thoughts, I feel like within 1 month, hold on, did I do the right thing? Yeah. Within 1 month, we have Tom Holland being the worst actor you could be to being the best actor you could be. And I think it's because of the director. I think he's super flat. He is the worst actor out of all the worst actors in Odyssey. He doesn't do anything in Odyssey. He stands around.
Mark and I disagree here, by the way, everyone. I love the Odyssey. Mark doesn't, and it's fine. We're two different people with two different sets of opinions.
Yeah, I'm right.
Mark had read the Odyssey obviously as a child, so he has more opinions on it than most. But I think it's funny because even though you said he's the worst actor of the Odyssey, he brings what he's learned from that director to this movie. He brought a lot.
Okay. I agree and disagree. I
you're going to disagree with his own opinion?
I'll disagree with his. I think he went there and he was starved as an actor. He's like, Daniel, he's like, I just was kind of moved around a lot and not given any direction by this silent British man. Can you please bring things out of me with your sensibilities of independent filmmaking?
A fellow British man?
What? Yes, that's exactly right. He's going to say, because again, I almost feel like he's not British. I feel like Tom Holland is almost not British because I've seen him so much speaking English.
He literally needs a dialect coach to have a Queen's accent.
That's fine. It's just, look, I don't know. He acted the fuck out of this movie. I think Brand New Day is it's like a completely different person.
Act
so
the
good.
Fuck out of this movie. I teared up. The ending.
I mean, did you cry? I cried 4 times. 4 times.
Oh my God, Mark! Not only did I teared up, a couple times, because I'm just an old dad who tears up at anything with kid type stuff, Aunt May relations or whatever. But the end scene, I had to stop myself from bawling.
Dude, I made a noise.
I had moo.
Yeah, I made some noise in the first. I was a couple people in the first showing. The first showing was real good. The first showing, people were hyped. Like it was packed. I saw it at AMC Voorhees, and then today was the picture today was better because you could actually see much clearer. You can see first off the eyes.
That's why it's XD, Mark.
You can see through the mask slightly.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's so cool. That's so interesting. You can't do that in comics. You can do it in comics. They just don't do it in comics. Every once in a while, they have dots and stuff. Like I think,
you mean like a Milligan special.
So
remember Milligan would take the comics at Legends and put little dots on Spider-Man's eyes. You loved that, didn't you?
No. It's yeah, I don't know. There's a ton. I did some screen grab stuff. I have some trivia stuff through, but yeah, to me, like it was like great. And I wore the My Master of Kung Fu because here's the thing. Technically, Daniel Destin Cretton, the director of this, right?
Hmm?
He did Shang-Chi, did Short Term 12 short film, which I think is on YouTube, is excellent. Short Term 12 is excellent. Shang-Chi, I think, is very, very good, but you can see the Marvel confines. And he was supposed to do Kang Dynasty, and Marvel fucked with him. Marvel started messing with him, and he's like, I'm out. He quit before the Jonathan
Is that fact or
Major
conjecture?
stuff. No, that's true. No,
Okay.
he's talked about it, and he left before he was fired. He left before he quit slash fire slash grave differences, whatever you want to call it. I
Right.
do think Marvel. We'll get into this in news, but I do think Marvel's fucking assholes for announcing the same day this movie comes out. They're like, we're not doing Wonder Man. See, just hold it for a week. Just hold that news for a week
Yeah.
because he
Weird.
also made the best Disney Plus show that was like very quietly
It was
there.
everyone
It's the
expected
best Disney Plus show, period.
everyone expected Wonder Man to be like this train wreck where like nobody cares. Oh, Black Wonder Man. It's all you heard. And then you sit down and you watch it, you're like, oh, this is a commentary on Hollywood. This is fantastic. This
It's
is great.
great. It's actually the other side of like the studio. It's kind of like the other it's like the actor studio. It's like the actors
Right.
side of that, the struggling actor of that. Yeah, just like so it's tough. I think they should just held that news for a couple days. Come on. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
it's a weird announcement because I know Kevin Feige is like trying to blame the Marvel television shows why the movies aren't doing good. It's like nobody told you to make 10 shows. You
Yeah,
should have made less shows. And even though like I have this opinion where like if I'm paying for Disney Plus, I want one good new show a week. That's when it started. That's what we were getting.
yeah,
Here's a Marvel, 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 Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Marvel. You know what I mean? Like we were getting something. But now it's like nobody cares. People are dropping off Disney Plus. And now they're using the TV shows as a scapegoat to why people aren't excited about Marvel.
right.
And that's just bullshit. It's bull.
Well, I think the She-Hulk show, if they didn't do the CGI She-Hulk, would have been fine. It would have made money. It would have done well if they didn't spend so much money on that She-Hulk like situation. If they just
She-Hulk
had a
show
big
is
person,
kind of good.
it is
I
good.
like I like her.
Tatiana Maslany.
Tatiana, blah, blah, blah.
She's yeah. I think it's really good. It's just that it's they just spent so much money on that whole concept,
I
and
I
it
think
looks a little uncanny valley at times. So it's like
what's the worst Marvel show? I kind of
Secret
oh
Invasion.
yeah, Secret Agent
Yes,
is not good
I couldn't even go
because
through
like
it.
I like Moon Knight and then I like She Hulk. I like Captain America.
Moon Knight's pretty crappy. Yeah, Moon Knight's all
It's
over
no,
the
but
place.
it's okay because I like him and you like the Moon. The first time he showed up as Moon Knight, you're like, yeah, there's Moon Knight. Like he's kicking ass. Like there was good
Yeah,
stuff in it, you know. But like Secret Invasion, probably the one I was looking forward to the most because I really like that story. I love Skrull stuff.
yeah,
Sucked because you kill off the main guy. The daughter becomes this like we didn't need another girl power as she has Captain Marvel powers. Cool. Now we got
right,
two people with Captain Marvel powers. That's not cool. That's like
right.
not it's not fun. It
No,
was
and
bad.
then I guess Ironheart took it was delayed so
Not
long and then kind of buried when it came
yeah,
out.
but you know
So
what? Not terrible.
yeah, I think
And
it's
I
better.
and I think that character is over. I don't like that character in Black Panther 2. I don't think
Right,
she fits that movie. I think it's too much.
that whole movie's a mess. It's all jacked up.
It is a mess. But you know what? Like and then with that movie, then you get the fucking coolest Mephisto stuff. He Sacha Baron Cohen shows up
Borat,
and just delivers Mephisto. Hey, before you go
I
too
didn't even get
far,
to it. I
you
didn't
talk
even get
about
to
your
it.
shirt. Talk about my shirt. The Maniacs, baby. It's a Porter
Shirt
Spirit.
off.
There you go. Now these are available in the shop for $12.99. Just
We should
kidding.
get a shop. We should get a
We
shop
should,
going.
we should get a
So
shop going.
let's get into the reviews. We'll probably hit spoilers pretty quickly, so but I'll put a note in there. Um, for this
Skip it.
is so
Skip
this I
ahead, people.
think is the
But also,
best.
but
This
also
is the
like
best like flying, falling
good.
everything.
It's a good flip to this scene to the Amazing Fantasy 15. Like it's a good. You almost don't.
Boom.
You don't see it coming, even though we know it's coming in the movie some point.
They got a TV on the radio. I thought it was a young father song, but it was a TV on the radio show. This is the TV on the radio song. All the okay. So they use cannons, Tame Impala, and TV on the radio, and I'm like, good. So they're not doing punk through, but they're doing like the next version. They're doing like post punk. So I'm like, good. So the
Right.
music stays on point. Jean DeWolf. Okay, so the only thing the Jean DeWolf Tina T from The Bear shows up as the surrogate aunt sort of character, surrogate mom. You get still getting headaches. Da da da. My only thing is that we know the fate of Jean DeWolf. I'm not spoiling anything because it's literally called The Death of Jean DeWolf graphic novel if you want to go look it up.
What a
Um,
spoiler title.
what is right there, but it's right on the cover. It's one of my first comics that I ever got. I got that trade. It was a Rich Buckler, Peter David. Sin Eater is a very like edgy black costume, right? It was just like a lot. It was cool, but they do something in the movie that they show her kids. So you're like,
Yeah.
oh no, like yeah,
You
here
get
we go,
vested.
show her kids twice. I'm like, so they're gearing up. So probably not this. It didn't happen in this movie. Non spoilers.
There's
But
a
I was like,
terrible
ooh,
spoiler rumor. You know this? I like to address bad rumors. And one of the bad rumors already for the next movie, it's called like Darkest Day or something. Like supposedly this is the Day trilogy now.
yeah,
Brightest Day or Brand New Day. There's going to be like the
one more
Darkest Day.
day, one more day. Uh,
Uh, Underutilized. This guy, of course, perfect
yeah, this was
tombstone.
this was pretty disappointing. Supposedly everyone had a lot of footage apparently, and it's all gone. It's not in the movie. So apparently there was a couple days on set
Dark. You
with
know why, right?
Tombstone.
In 1 month, it's got to come back to the movie theaters to because they let's say they get to 998 million. They're like, we got to get to a billion.
Yeah,
3 hour version, ten
that's fine.
minutes of each villain. And you know what? I'll take it. I'll be there.
That's fine. I go back later to the homage stuff. I found
I didn't
homage.
see that in the theater. Go back to.
What's that? When he's on the wall?
Yeah. Look at the insurance company, P. David's Insurances.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
Peter David's. Call that number. It's probably something.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Let's see. I thought this was actually kind of fun. It's like
That,
a weird quip. He like saves his kids. Like,
yeah.
you okay? You okay, kid? I don't know. You're okay. Like it just
Yeah,
like kind of like
he
goes
touched the
by him.
helmet. He's like, yeah, you're okay.
This is okay. So this basically is
The second
this
character
is
from the
this
Bear.
Punisher. All right. This is this Punisher.
Yeah.
Um, it's interesting. It's interesting to have so much media with John Bernthal Punisher that is so different. Because in Daredevil, he's a little light in the second season Daredevil, Netflix. Third season, he's in, I think, a bit, right? Then
Yeah.
Punisher season one, season two. Punisher season one's Olivia, and two is a bit better. Also, microchip is the thing, right? That's also crazy. I didn't realize. Do you know that? That's so
That's
he's
right. So
Evan Moss
more
Rat Backrack is
more
in the
Bear. More
yeah. So
Bear.
the bear. So here we go.
I
This
forgot he
is
was microchip.
fine. Yeah, this is to
Because
me, it's fine, but I just
I
think
think at
it's
that
too
point
much.
I had only known him from Girls. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
where I knew him from. That was it.
Yeah. I think
Funny.
I think it's fine. I think the audience loves it, but to me I just don't it feels very truncated. I don't know. I do think it's interesting that he takes his gun here and then doesn't throw it away or break it. He just kind of puts it up on his roof for him. Just kind of
Because
sprays it up
he
the
knows
roof.
guns are expensive, and in New York you're allowed to carry guns now. Um,
I I did like when he breaks this apart that it's just nothing but wrenches. Like everything on the ground was like wrenches and
I,
metal and guns.
I
Like it
like the
was like
Punisher has a sense of humor. Like he's more than just a grunting, angry. He's like because when he takes the one gun and then replaces it with the second gun,
right.
it's the same gun, and he
It's the same gun.
smiles, and we're all the
Yeah.
whole audience is like dying. By the way, people, just spoilers. Just it's
Yeah,
spoilers.
forget it. We're gonna
We
have to do
can't.
spoilers. Because here we go. Spoilers right there. Opaque water. No, I was Natasha Romanoff, right?
Right.
Whatever.
Yelena,
Yelena
blah, blah, blah.
Belova. What type of contract does she have, dude? Because I was thinking about counting up how many. Because so she's in Black Widow 2. She's in Hawkeye,
She's in
Thunderbolts. She's
right.
in. I feel like just like five or six. She's in
Well,
everything.
she cameoed at something before. What movie did she show up at the end at? Oh, I guess it was Avengers, right? Where did she show up with Valentina, the Countess?
God,
That's the ending to a movie. It's
yeah, I
like
know. I don't know. I can't
I
think
feel
of.
like is it Endgame because she's dead? Because Natasha's dead?
Yeah, but is she in Endgame? Oh, she might be in that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think she's in Endgame with Elaine from
Right,
Seinfeld.
with Elaine.
So, would it have killed them to just have Avengers? Like, would it be crazy? I mean, she's in Avengers Tower. Would it be horrible for Spider-Man to swing into Avengers Tower? Would that be difficult? I don't think so.
Well, they're trying to walk that line of like, would Avengers like recognize them? Do they remember? Do they remember Endgame?
They know it somehow. They know. Okay, so if you think about this, yeah, Spider-Man was around throwing the thing. Spider-Man was an ally. That's it. You just don't know who he is. That's all. Like it doesn't prevent his acts. Just as when Mary Jane thinks about her being saved, she just can't get to the memories of being next to Peter or Peter being there
Right,
or not being
right.
there. He's just not there. He's just not. There's Spider-Man just shows up. So it's I also tried to watch that scene over and over again. We'll get to that. I don't know when Jean jumped. Okay, we'll get to that. All right. So this I thought was fine. This was actually like a reverse shot. So I'm like, oh, cool. She's like naked in the bath, right? So then we see
Right.
Tom Holland naked. Basically, I'm like,
Almost,
okay,
yeah.
okay, great, whatever. But yeah, here are the homages, which apparently they shot in 420 frames per second. Which is Tom in the suit, and they have to like he has to move really slow, and he's amazingly strong apparently and agile. So all these
It's
they have
all
to do
it's
that.
all them years. It's all
Ramrod,
them years in dance.
yeah. I mean, and yeah, we'll get to it. So this is all, yeah. There we
Yeah,
go. We
that's
got
so good,
we
dude.
doing it all, doing it all. Did it
You know what's
again.
funny? You and I had wondered, go back to, we'd wondered why they put this cover on the Larson Omnibus.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah,
like, why they put this on there? Like it's a good pose, but like, oh, because it's in the movie.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not
It's
the
fine.
cover
I
I would have
mean,
used. No, it's fine.
it's fine. But I think this is crazy. Like if you're like, if because I didn't like this redesign of the costume. Just if you're gonna do it, and especially if you're gonna do it for 1 second, um, just give me that. Just give me
Give
that
us the
dumb
whole
costume.
tarantula. Give us the whole tarantula.
Give it
Who?
to me.
And the only reason I love tarantula is because Larson drew him so coolly. I love the Larson issue. What's funny about that scene where the ninjas are flying at Spider-Man? Everyone's like, "Oh, the other Spider-Man must be in that
Daredevil's right
shot."
here. Yeah,
Yeah, people
Daredevil's gonna
thought.
be right there.
Yeah, that's
There's
what
so
everyone
much
thought.
room. There's so much room. Well, because that's that when you watch the scene of him jumping into all the villains, like you can later on when the movie came out, they just added a bunch of people. They added the balance of the Spider-Man. Yeah, this guy made out. If you ever, this video was all over like TikTok and stuff. Someone made like a video where this is kind of like a music thing, and they pop him in. So I don't know what version he was getting the art from, but Thor and I Nuevi Vindico. I don't know what's going on. Panini.
Isn't it just the new
This
Avengers?
this is the best costume ever. This is the best on-screen costume, like hands down. All the
Yeah, because
lighting against it, it's crazy,
it's so classic and new at the exact same time. It is
man.
classic. It's almost it's the modern version of the Electric Factory. Is like the webs, everything's like classic.
Yeah, damage control. You know what's funny about the damage control thing? It's like he's literally explaining like damage control. He's like, "What if I can control the people that made damage?" Like I almost feel like he almost said it,
I know,
at
right?
one
It's almost,
point. But
and
I'm
then they
just like, if
both look at the
you're gonna
screen
have
when he says
Tramell
it.
Tillman, he's gonna put people in like a white room and in seclusion. That's this whole thing. I do think it's kind of Daniel Destin Cretton. He's like, all right, I already had a bunch of Shang-Chi 2 plans, and I already have the hand. I already have the hand for, I guess, whatever Disney Plus show that didn't happen with like Shang-Chi's sister, right?
Right, right.
Never happened. But
Wasn't there supposed to be a damage control show too?
God, I hope not, man.
No,
Just
no.
stop
In the
it.
past, it's a show that didn't happen.
No,
They talked about
but
it.
it was probably going to be like the show, like what was that? Superpower. It's probably going to be like that show that DC had.
Powerless.
Powerless. Yeah, yeah,
By the
yeah.
way, not a terrible show.
Yeah, it's okay.
I hate watched it, and then I'm like, oh, I kind of like this.
Yeah, yeah. Well, everyone's charming. Everyone's charming.
Everyone is charming.
Um, Everybody's cutting this movie though, dude, because this dude, that's Ezra Bridger from the Ahsoka show.
Oh,
So if you're
well,
gonna
there's a
cast
rule.
this guy
There,
and
the
he's not
rule
gonna be in
is,
it,
if you're in a Disney movie, if you're in a Star Wars movie, you got to be in a Marvel movie.
yeah.
So,
Also, when Ned's watching something on like the man in the chair type of stuff, he's watching like Empire Strikes Back with the AT-AT like falling. I was like, you're just
yes,
watching Empire Strikes Back on like an extra monitor. But this is here's what we like, and then I think Chris Ursher said it perfectly. He's like, the best Spider-Man movies is when Spider-Man is completely miserable, like when his life's in complete shambles. because basically he watches this dude make out with his girl that he's been pining over for 4 years. I do like
I
that
know.
basically it's 2028. You realize that, right? Because it's been 4 full years, so it's 2028. So we are in the future slightly here, which I think is pretty great. But this scene's kind of crazy because when he's running on the rooftops and then just
Oh my
falling,
God, yeah.
dude, he's basically going to kill himself here. He's basically falling to his death, and then they just cut the scene. Like he can save himself, but he's like literally just like I might just go. I might just be done now.
He
It's
knows the exact
so
moment
sad. It's
he's living
so
on the edge.
lonely. I love it. Yeah, it's so good.
You were like, I feel this, Rob. I feel this more than
Living
you
on
ever
the
know.
edge. I think they should have done an homage to not a Spider-Man comic book, but I feel like when he was doing the sensory overload thing, they should have done the Daredevil like Frank Miller, Claus Janson cover with him like with the all white cover where he's like,
Right,
"Oh
right.
my God, like this is crazy." Like I feel like that scene was really good.
Yeah.
Now, do you believe someone I saw some theory that Black Goo got on him, and this is
I heard
actually
that.
like the symbiote?
I heard that theory.
Yeah,
It's not, but it's a theory.
yeah.
Just like the Jackal was a theory. There's a lot of theories
Keith
about this
David
movie.
Jackal, because Keith David
Which,
narrated a YouTube video.
yeah, basically
So,
a National Geographic special about
right,
spiders with the
right.
best voice actor in history. Spawn. I'm Spawn.
I kind of loved Ruffalo here. I think his non Hulk joke, dad joke, kind of didn't work, which I thought was kind of good that it was bad. But
Yes.
I love this scene and the dialogue between the two because he's just like, "What's this kid? He's so fucking smart. What's this smart kid?" Because we kind of feel the only thing they forgot to do is they should have explained. You just say he sells stuff on eBay. Where the fuck is Peter Parker getting money for this apartment plus like an extra bat cave, like a spider cave? He's
I
got two
assume
apartments, you know?
I assume a little bit of insurance money from his aunt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could have done something. Yeah, that would make sense. I feel like he could just be like a trash picker. He could just like refurbish stuff and sell it,
He
like
could have fixed
so.
electronics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because that's the first time you meet him. He's like, someone threw out this perfectly good laptop. But I love this whole thing. But you do realize that Spider-Man basically is the now creator of the power inhibitors for all X-Men.
Oh yeah, if they do a Genosha storyline, it's Peter Parker's fault.
Yeah, this is all Peter Parker's fault. There's so here's like the kind of the first this is an early appearance of the van, the Punisher van. I guess
Mhm.
I missed this, but apparently this is graffiti they locked in, which is which is Salvador LaRocca
Salvador
Eminem
Larocca, yeah, yeah, I remember. I read the comic.
gets
I
hit
read the
by the
comic.
Punisher van. Also crazy that this is literally at the time when they were together and they were acting in some play
This
in
blows my mind.
that's insane. So to me, like first off, they're in movies back to back together. When you go watch the Hot Ones, if you haven't already, go watch the Hot Ones because you can see how like intertwined they are. You just don't. I don't. To me, it just feels like a Big Brother thing, but they're like so close. Like they're not close in age, but they're like so close in like everything. But yeah, it's insane that that basically John Bernthal told him to flip into. I think I missed that. I don't think I got the screenshot. Told him to flip into the frame because he could do all this crazy ballet shit. So
Yeah,
he told him this is literally the hotel room that they're staying in, or the place they're staying in like an apartment together while they're doing a play in London.
which I've seen this tryout video
Mhm.
before. I didn't know John Barenthal directed it,
Right.
quote
No.
unquote. But and then they actually homage that in the movie.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
homage his tryout tape
Right. 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 Yeah.
in the Homecoming movie. It's so ridiculously meta sometimes. And I'm so glad he got the part because who else was up for it? The kid from what's that Orson Card?
Orson Scott Card movie,
Orson
the
Scott
Ender's
Card
Game
movie.
kid.
Yeah, that kid
Yeah.
was up for it. You know,
Right. Right. Right.
I forget who else was up for it.
Yeah, look
But
how
like,
young he is here. Look how young he looks here. It's really weird. You watched all three. I watched select parts of the Spider-Man Home trilogy.
yeah,
You watched all of them though,
I
right?
watched all three this week. Yeah,
Kind
so
of
this movie
crazy
hits me
how
even harder.
older they look now. They look so much
Yes.
older now, and it works. It
It's
works
funny.
because it really works.
You don't think they look older until you sit there and watch them in three different movies. You're like, oh my god, they are. Because these they all three of them look eternally young. They all look young.
Yeah, when he's thinking of when they go back to this stuff, dude, just
Yeah.
brutal. They go back, they grab the right moments in all three movies. They grab all three. There's three major moments with Mary Jane throughout. like of her kissing him on the bridge on the second one, and
Hmm.
just like, and then this
Like the
scene
Statue of Liberty
specifically, this
stuff.
scene
Yeah.
is hard. And actually, I forgot they could have put, but Doctor Strange is just not a thing right now. They just don't have Doctor Strange like around, right? But the Doctor Strange scene where the last scene where he tells like Doctor Strange doing Doctor Strange like, you sure we want to do this? This will make him, and he's choking, I'm choking up, thinking about
Yeah.
Doctor Strange choking up. Like that scene's really
Yeah.
good. Like yeah, I feel like I need to watch No Way Home. Just
It's so emotional.
cut
I
it
got
through.
emotional in all three movies. Like I'm getting emotional. I'm laughing with them. I'm laughing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
all three
man.
movies are just so solid. And I thought I remembered the second one being the weakest of the three, and it still may be. But there's
Right.
still some great stuff in it. Like when
It's
Mysterio
still
tells
good.
Peter
Yeah.
Parker, "Don't be embarrassed ever being the smartest person in the room." I'm like, "Oh my god, it's the first time someone built him up." Like everyone knocks him down for being this dumb kid, but he
Right,
usually
right.
is. Peter Parker usually is the smartest person in the room, but he doesn't even give himself the credit.
No, no, no. Yeah, he's just kind of there. I didn't catch this on the inhibitor. The ASM-14 is on the inhibitor. That's the first Hulk
Yes.
appearance with
Yeah,
Spider-Man. I
I did
missed
see that.
that. Okay, so we talked about this a little bit at the lunch, to which I can't get enough water in me because I had like two racks of ribs for lunch, and
Yeah.
I feel I'm in like my stomach is killing me. It's pain. Great ribs though. Great ribs. Thirsty turtle. Um, does he say Peter here? I feel like in my brain he did, but I don't know if he did. Does he remember him?
Yeah, he says Peter, but I don't know if I don't know if Peter Parker says it's me, Peter first.
I
I don't
don't
know if he
think
says it or
so.
not.
I don't
All
think
right.
so. So that means, because again,
But Green Hulk didn't know Peter.
hmm, yeah, but is this Green Hulk technically? This is Hulk coming back, trying to come back. It's
Right.
Savage Hulk trying to come back to Green Hulk to Smart Hulk. And I was really nervous because they purposely film up a certain way that there's so much weight that he's attached to. He's attached all this fucking building
Yeah.
with the
Thousands.
spiders.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God, are they going to kill Bruce Banner here? Like, are they going to like, is he going to like de-evolve as he falls? Is he going to die here? Like, it was really
So
something. And they do
so
such
Mark
a good job with him getting into the ambulance, and it's Bruce Banner, and he's like, did I hurt anyone? Did I hurt? And that's like, that's that's everything to him.
so so uh Mark Ruffalo's contract, I think it's like 12 million a movie for Hulk. You know, they all make a good amount of money. And Marvel's like, so Sony or Marvel was like, oh, we're not going to pay you 12 million for this. We're going to pay you 5 million. And it was kind of him and Holland about doing it. And Tom Holland's like, pay him 12 million. He's the fucking Hulk. Like, let's make this. Like
Oh, really?
Tom Holland's power, he knows he's got all the power because he knows this is a $1 billion movie. He knows the next Spider-Man movie is a $1 billion movie.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
knows you can't replace him. He talks about being replaced, but he knows he's so beloved. And Sony
yeah.
knows how much money they lost on every movie without Spider-Man that's supposed to be a Spider-Man movie. You know,
Well, yeah.
you can't replace Tom Holland.
No.
Not
And
for a
he's
long time.
he's producer on this, and he apparently came up with some of like the dreams when he's this was a theory that's kind of not really there, but this is a John and Lucy like Hulk things, but they were like failed experiments during all the World War Hulk like stuff, but that's probably a new real thing. Now, here's the only question I have here. So he takes Mary Jane to get away from Jean or whatever, but when would Jean get there? And I can't figure out. I have to go watch the scene again. When exactly does she jump into her? Because I feel like later when she's asked about it, maybe she was always in her. How did she get there? I don't
Yes,
know.
I feel like she was always in there. That's what I thought. That's the way I took from it. Because even though she acts like her in the beginning, when he asked to take her, and she acts scared, and she's like, okay, like she decides to go with him, which
Right,
seemed
right,
like in
right.
character for Michelle Jones, for MJ. It
Yeah,
seemed
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
character,
Correct. Yeah.
but like
She
she must
grabs
have
her
been
coat.
there already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But she's also not scared. Like, I don't know if she's scared later when she's swinging, or I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember when, if she's freaked out later when she's swinging or not. I don't really remember. I don't know. There's one time where she's swinging, she's uncomfortable. I feel like it was after this, but the first time when they're going, they just go. I don't know if you see
yeah,
them exactly. Um, but I do. But this was pretty painful, and the gas
terribly
weren't
painful.
as insane. In the gas on opening night were insane. Like the gas when basically MJ, it's a whole thing where you must have. But I feel like that stuff might still be there in her head, that that script is there saying like I should know you. I can't get to it. My brain's scrambled. I can't seem to get to those memories, which sounds horrible. It sounds like a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah,
It's my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare is language changing. I don't know if I told you this before. Besides rebar, and there's a lot of rebar with the Hulk fight. God fucking damn it. And later on with the damage control building falling apart, there's rebar everywhere. So I was very
yeah.
uncomfortable.
That's how buildings gel
Um,
together.
oh my God. But like, yeah, that's my nightmare is that it might even be a Twilight Zone episode that like everything that's like yellow is like, oh no, that's red. Like that language in my brain won't register the right way. And
Right.
then I'm just like lost.
Or,
I don't
or
know
or
what
you
that
have a
is.
is it called synesthesia? Where like, oh, you see that green book over there
Mhm.
smells like blue, doesn't it? Like what? Yeah, like people who like their senses are crossed. So when
Right.
they see a color, like, oh, color that smells like onions. Like
Right,
colors
right,
have
right.
smells or numbers have, sounds. It's super interesting.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds scary. I don't
That
know if
is
I want that. But I do
that,
I think this is really funny though, because they're like, "Oh, do you think this is what happens? Like we kiss and it's all good." Like, because again,
it
it's you
seemed like
fall into
too.
his fantasy.
I was like, please don't, please don't. Like I kind of knew it was happening,
Right.
just because who we are. We've seen a million comics.
Yeah, the second like because again, they go to his face and they go to her face and they go to his face again. I'm like, they go to her face, she smirks. I'm like, fucking shit. I was
Yeah,
like, God damn it, I fucking know what's gonna happen now. Um, Now, Jean Grey, and I know we talked a little bit about this at lunch. Like, she's a murderer, man. Like, she's a bad person. Now, I know
yeah, yeah.
she's
She's not good.
she's stilted, and there's a lot of issues, but she basically goes
She's
into that like
she's kind
one
of
guy
dark, right?
puts him in.
Would you call her dark?
She's Dark Phoenix.
Uh,
But she puts her at the edge of the thing and kind of pushes his buttons for him to venom up a little bit, I guess, right? Whatever you want to call it, however you want to say that. Which I
others.
saw some people online talk about how during the different sequences, they're taking bits of the Insomniac game that he's like this. That's him getting a power up, and he has to beat everybody. So like the spider grenades, it's like, oh, that's a very video game thing. It's like, oh, let me get that, poop poop. You know what I mean? Like, and that makes sense, and that completely power up later, which I think is great. We'll get to that, but this is hard. This is mean. Like I feel like they kept doing. They're like, this was mean. This was really mean. Like, because like we just did this. We did this already. First off, I think I took my kids. They were might have been 10, maybe when ASM 2 came out, and the sound I can hear it. The sound of
The
Gwen
clock.
falling and hitting the
Yeah,
ground.
the
It's
snap.
disgusting. Yeah, it's gross. It's like I can hear it, and I'm like, they
The whole
fucking killed
audience,
her.
my audience gasped at that. They're
Right.
like,
And
oh,
I'm taking my kids out and they're like 12, 13. Like they're like, the fuck, Dad? Like that was horrible. Because that movie doesn't get like happier. It doesn't get
no.
happier. You know what I mean? It's like, well, okay, like so this was pretty rough, but it's all fine. He gets the idea. There we Golden Girl, baby. So we go to
Where's the Golden
Punisher's
Girl?
Gold. I got the first appearance of Golden Girl right here, baby. I don't know. This is a
That sound
very specific deep cut here, man. This is a who did this? Was DeMatteis? Conway, Jerry Conway, Sally Boo, Sally
Sally
Boo,
Boo. Sally Boo, very recognizable.
1989, 1989. Yeah, so this was
When
this was a whole lot of fun. So
when the
you
Golden Girls was a popular show.
so you go to his thing, um, yeah. So you go to Punisher's like hangout, right? Which I think was really good. I like him making chill. I like the booby traps. That makes all sense. Um, I couldn't really tell. I thought they could have probably.
Oh, that's Jean Grey. If you couldn't tell,
Edge, yeah, right. They could have like, yeah, it was Vecna. It was Vecna. Someone was like, oh, it's
it's
Vecna,
Vecna.
Vecna, Jean Grey. Um, this is kind of the best shot in the movie. This is the funniest shot with Hulk jumping up and Punisher, and actually the Punisher reverse shot of him just shooting him is just like awesome. It's like
Yeah,
awesome, and it's the first time it's the Hulk stomp. It's the first time they ever did a Hulk stomp in any of the movies, which is
Hulk
the thing
Stomp.
that he does.
Yeah,
He
the
does the
good
Hulk claps,
Hulk classic.
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 The same with him running down the hallway. There's a lot of Daniel Destin Cretton does a lot of things where he's just like he's homaging the Go Web, you know what I mean, like the training montage of that, the Gwen Stacy. So it's homaging everything across. Because even with, and I thought I would have trouble with it because the first time I saw him fall, and he does a normal regular Raimi swing, and then they show behind him, which is a ASM swing, which is a Garfield swing, and then they go in his mask, which is new, which is, but they, like I feel like they did all of it. And then you do, I guess when he's taking chances, like he jumps up. I do think it's weird. He's like on the street, and then something happens. He's like, well, let me go up to the roof to go as that. I guess that's faster. Yeah, he's got to go to the top of the he's got to go to the top of the roof. But does he take the elevator? I don't know how he gets up there. Takes the top of the roof, then he jumps off and then goes all the things. But but this is the best sequencing of this. This is the best looking Hulk. Like, god damn.
Yeah, that's awesome looking, dude. It's all,
And
it
he
was,
says it.
it's so great to see Big Hulk again. Like
Yeah, I didn't even get
we
that
we
big.
we haven't seen him since
That's what she said. That's
Infinity War.
what she said.
And Infinity War, he gets beat like a bitch by Thanos, powered up, and then he doesn't turn into Hulk ever again. And they tease us. Remember the trailer for Infinity War has got Hulk at the end in the main
Yeah, yeah,
fight.
yeah. Yeah. That's mean. That's also mean. That's also mean. Yeah, I think that this is what I thought was going to happen. This is what I thought was going to happen in the movie. I thought that Punisher was protecting her. That's kind of the thing, which happens to a brief period where Punisher gets like mine. I liked all the actors. They picked really good actors to be her talking. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I thought that was actually kind of neat. The security guard. I love the way Michael Mando looks at him on the rooftop. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like so. But anyway, this scene was pretty horrible because then he comes back and then she read the letter. That scene was
That is
horrible.
a terrible scene. And she's like, I have no memory. And even Jean Grey's like, there's nothing in there of you.
There's nothing in. Yeah, there's nothing. So yeah, we get that twice. We get that within like 4 minutes of each other. Be like, yeah, I went through her brain. I went through the archive and there's nothing in there. So that's horrible. And then she has to say it again here. Because again, this actually isn't that different than Gamora, the new Gamora
Right.
in Guardians 3, which wasn't James Gunn's plan, by the way. So he had to basically redo his whole script, which I think kind of sucks, because he doesn't get a happy ending for them.
He wasn't happy about Thor joining the Guardians either.
Yeah. Well, the Asgardians in the galaxy, they didn't
Yeah.
even say that. That's the best thing you could say that. So
It's the
good.
only
It's
reason
right
to
there.
do that.
It's right there. It's right there. I love this. I love the Lord of the Rings reference. I love them geeking out. I think that was really fun. That was great.
That's like
Here's
such a
little
good
sister
scene.
Sarah. There she is, little sister Sarah. Continuity. John Byrne. John Byrne. What you gonna do? Look at how creepy. I was in the neighborhood dressed like this, so I figured I would show up while everyone's in their pajamas. I'm kind of in pajamas too, you know? Interesting. So I don't, yeah, I think that, yeah, this is a Claremont. This is an article that Sarah was supposed to gain. This is, again, all this time, because how long after this did Byrne leave? Kind of soon after, right? Because he didn't like the shooter decision.
Right. Within like
He didn't
10
like it.
issues.
So he just made his fanfic and put it out 30 years, 40, 50 years later, and Rob loves it. Rob's a big fan of the Elsewhen,
I think it's really good.
the John Byrne fanfic, which sold out and did great, apparently. It's a little
Ah,
bit larger.
you
It's
know
a little
what's
bit
you know what
larger.
sucks? You know what sucks is when you get to the end, the inker is adequate throughout it. I
Mm.
don't think I don't know the inker. I never looked him up to see what else he's done. Burn inks some of it. This guy inks 90% of it. It's adequate. But when you get the last couple pages and there's like a Simonson page and there's a
Right.
double page and there's a double page Scott Williams, you're like, damn, these are so good looking.
Right. Oh, Scott Williams, that'd be tight.
John
Tight.
John Byrne was like, you know who should ink it? This Todd McFarlane guy. And he says it. I don't know if it's a joke or half serious. Like he's like, yeah, Todd McFarlane would do a good job inking Elsewhere. Can you imagine McFarlane taking like years off to ink, whatever, 30 issues worth of X-Men over Byrne? Would I like to see McFarlane ink a page? Yeah, I think going forward, grab some. Just ask people. Say, hey, do you mind working at scale to ink these pages? You get a line of people who would love to do that.
Who has the pages?
Various fans
Oh, okay. He
and
sold
Byrne.
all the pages. There's
I don't know if
scans
he's.
of the
I don't.
pages.
Well, that's how. Well,
That's right.
all the
There
scans are
are. Right.
technically they're all available online. You can
Right.
go get scans of all the pencils.
Right. Yeah, there was someone that collected PDFs of it and put them out on
I I
bootleg
I have
sites.
that. I have
You
that.
know,
What bootleg? I don't know what you're talking about.
bootleg again before. So all this choreography here, with this Jackie Chan, this made me the happiest. I was like, oh, so we're gonna have like some wuxie wire work here. We're gonna do
Right?
this right here, and I'm like, okay, fine by me. And
Wasn't
also, it
wasn't
surprised
Jackie
me.
Chan? Wasn't
It's
Jackie
Jackie
Chan at
Chan's
the
fight scene.
premiere? Wasn't he at the premiere?
I'm not sure.
I think he was.
I'm actually of two minds of Jackie Chan because I know a
I
lot
know.
of like weird abuse. I don't like bullies. No bullies, baby. Like no bullies. It's my number one rule. And there's a lot of stuff that Michelle Yeoh has said over the years that's been a little, he's not nice to women, so I'm not a big
Hopefully,
fan.
I like to think that people change because I hope. I like to think. I want to hope that people get better, and hopefully, as they get older, he realizes, Michelle Yeoh isn't just like a woman. She's like she's not like a something less than you.
She's not just a woman, Rob. You're right about that.
No, she's an actress. She's incredible. We love her. You
I've
know?
loved her for since 1993. I think it was what Police Story 2. Like, I mean,
Oh
Jesus.
yeah, she's great in that. I love Police
Yeah.
Story.
But I love this. I love that he's not like it's not unlike I guess the Spider-Man 2 like the willpower kind of thing, you know what I mean? I feel like all these movies have to have like some hero revelation where, you're not just a hammer, you know what I mean? You're the guy, you're not the god of hammers,
Oh my God, what a great line.
not the god of hammers. But I think here, like basically, like, well, what are you going to be? You're going to be Spider-Man, or you're going to be Peter Parker, and then he can be both because he literally like is going to. This dude's going to fucking shoots this guy up, and he's going to fucking die, and then he pulls him. Does that a lot. I think it's pretty cool. He's about like that one dude's like, "Come and save me, Spider-Man," and falls off the building, and then he grabs him, pulls him back, throws him right against the wall, and then webs him to the wall. Like it was so cool. Like he did it a ton, and I think that's such a good that's probably a video game thing. Actually, the first scene, there's just people flying off the roof, and he's catching them and throwing them against the wall or throwing them against a sign,
Hmm.
like just great. But this whole thing where he goes, and the reason I pulled this is because they shift. You follow him, you're in the same space with him, and he turns 4 or 5 times throughout this fight. Because the fight when I saw Shang-Chi, when he goes to the outside of that building in construction.
Right.
Like that was so because I saw it 4DX and I
Ooh,
was like, holy shit. Like it was like the chairs were all
what?
moving like crazy.
Were you okay?
Yeah, that surprisingly was okay for me because I don't think because here's the thing, and again, we'll get into my Christopher Nolan complaints in a second. You can
Do
see
we?
every
Do
bit
we
of
have to?
action. You see everything super clear.
Yes.
Like I just feel bad. I feel bad for Matt Damon doing all the choreography, doing all this really good, very very specific choreography to beat the fuck and take apart this room at the end of the Odyssey. Takes the room fucking apart, and you kind of can't see it because it's too dark and it's a bad camera. Okay, I'm saying the IMAX camera. Fuck you guys. It's a bad camera. It's a bad camera. It's good in certain things, but also I don't understand. It's all blurry. I don't know. That's a whole other video. But like, holy shit. But here you have everything is crystal clear. You're in webbing and it's still clear.
Yes.
He gets it's just
Is
It's
he
just awesome.
is he a fan of Speed Racer? Because I feel
Uh,
like Speed Racer is one of
Maybe.
those
Sure.
movies that brings forward the idea of like, can we just make everything crystal clear all the time?
That was deep focus. Yes, everything is complete deep focus. Correct. Yeah, everything is complete. All the whole environment is and the virtual sets are deep focus. This movie has a little bit more of a thing because I feel like in No Way Home, there's a lot of leaning on No Way Home because it was No Way Home out of pandemic or no? Was that
It
yes,
was
filmed.
2021.
It was
It was
filmed a lot
filmed.
during pandemic. So there's a lot of scenes where everything's composited together, and I feel like it
Is
looks
it
like that. It's a
is
lot
it
of
December?
artificial lighting.
I'm trying to remember if it's December
Foggy
20.
in the graveyard at the end just looks like he's in his closet at home. Like there's just a lot, and I feel like the anime stuff here was I don't know. I almost feel like it
Has it
wasn't even filmed.
has it been 5 years since that last Spider-Man movie? That sucks. That's a long time.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for this movie for a long time.
Well, they got to do it right. They got to get it right. I
They
love this
did.
scene of him going out, and there's a little kid that looks at him, and everyone's like, "That's Miles Morales." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's just a kid." Like, you know what I mean? But then again, they
there was
retrofitted.
there was a girl on
Uh,
the bus who had white in the front of her
that's
hair,
Rogue. Rogue is
and
on
I
the
didn't. Yeah,
bus.
right.
Like, but I love this scene because again, I feel like it's a confidence booster. It's actually not that different than the "They Love Me" Toby scene. They love me. They really love me. Yeah, but that scene was great, and I do love Bernthal. First of all, Bernthal yelling is really funny, but
Yeah,
Bernthal can't shoot a gun unless he's yelling like "Bruh," like he can't do it, which makes sense. But
because you gotta convince yourself that you're about to kill someone.
yeah, well, Bernthal it definitely like put in the right work. I think in this last scene, I feel like this last scene is a little bit better because they're so again, there's so much history with them as people. So I think this is such an interesting, like complete full circle situation, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people I think have put this mask on, which is I think is interesting too. A lot of people get that mask on. I love and again here's where the Sony movies are upgrading their own Sony movies. Okay, this guy had, of course, we had to have watched all the Miles Morales ones, but all the playing around with perspective and being upside down and like that first scene is unreal. Everything's crystal clear. New York looks amazing, and then he turns upside down, falls a little bit, and like it's so much. It's so fun. Yeah, so he gets another coffee. Now, there are a lot of online theories on this. She goes back to where they were on the roof together at Brand New Day, where they talk about their life at MIT. Basically, they're probably all going to go to MIT.
Well, that's
Um,
also the rooftop where like the other Spider-Man came to him after Aunt May died.
right, right. So you could say that some people think, yeah, this is it. So some people think that when Jean Grey reached out, because basically Jean Grey keeps him alive. He's probably bleeding out,
Yes.
which they could have done. And I think that like Punisher fucking like with the sniper rifle, which is the first appearance of Punisher, right? Awesome. Like that was great. And again, it's just like because you can't think like I don't know, man. Just I think the Tom Holland stuff. I think this stuff's really good. I think the brain stuff. I think the going into his head and the Aunt May stuff. Like you got to have Aunt May show up. I got it. It felt a little bit in the. It felt a little bit in the closet though. It felt a little bit like that's not. That wasn't. I don't know. To the point where I feel like when she hugs her, you only see the side of her. You know, Marissa Tomei was not there. So what's she doing? Pay her. Pay. She maybe she was too expensive.
Wasn't she at the premiere too? So
I
like,
don't know.
yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
So
All
I
right,
think you're
going
right.
up.
I think Jean Grey did kind of get in her head.
When she, yeah,
I
so
think
when she reached out to everyone, we don't have close-ups on anyone except for, I mean, the only people we really know, which is MJ and Ned, but you don't know. Oh, that's right, because when Hulk says Peter, he would say Ned. If he recognized, like, oh, that's the inhibitor chip, that's you're the kid who talked to me, you're Ned, and he
mhm,
doesn't say Ned. If he said
right.
Ned, then he wouldn't know that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. I don't know. That's my. We'll see. We'll see how they.
But yeah, you
I
just
got. I
showed
got
the
to go back
picture.
at that scene.
Like
I got to
she's
go back at
there,
that scene.
she's sitting where they used to sit, holding
Yeah.
the broken Black Dahlia
Right.
that he gave to her.
So
So
did Jean Grey unlock the memory? Is she pulling the memory out? We're not really sure. Or is she just deciding, I love this. When you help someone, you help everyone. That's great. Put that on the board. Put that on the board downstairs. Put it on my rules. Yeah, okay. So casting wise, again, if you get this guy, this is from this. This is from William. This is William Metzger from this 1999 book. This is the only one. This is the Anti-Mutant Militia. Good story. Steve Rude, who inked this? Andrew Pepaway,
oh, look at him.
Archie's own,
Archie's own.
Paul Mounts. Good series, good series. Esad Ribic came on, and I was mad about it because I wanted to see Rue all the way through.
I
But
know.
it was an early Esad Ribic, so he wasn't that good. He was good, but not as good as Steve Root at this time. So, how did you? I made a lot of noise the first time. The
I
second time, I knew it was happening,
I had to stop myself from bawling because
and
my
you,
daughters and their friends were next to me. I was like, like
dude, that was insane.
because
This is
we at
insane.
this point with MJ, you're like, all right, maybe she remembers, but at this point, you're like, all right, we're okay with them never remembering. And I
Peter's
thought
resolute
maybe
in I told her I have my
Peter's making a
closure.
new friend. He's
Yeah,
like, what? Let me go become friends with them, even though I can't get what's lost. Maybe I can build something new, and we think we're okay with that at this point, and
yeah.
we're okay with it. We're moving forward. Peter's moving forward,
Mm.
and then you get that, and you're like,
Well,
no.
MJ, like again, he takes her home. He takes her home super sad because she just said that I don't remember you at all. And then she's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you want to come in? You know, say hi to Ned." Like, you know what I mean? And it's
And not
like,
only does she not remember him, she's a little mad at him. Thankful,
yeah, sure, yeah,
appreciative, but mad.
yeah. But just sitting there and then seeing them kind of bond, like that's just something to see. It's interesting to see. So, and again, that's when she drew the picture. The picture was in the hospital. You know, I guess she snuck that out to Punisher or whatever. I guess Punisher just kind of blocked doctors from seeing Peter Parker. I guess it's just Punisher
Yeah, yeah,
just stands there. You know what I mean? Which I think is also such a cool comic book thing. Like that's such a fun
yeah.
comic booky thing. But she yells Peter when he leaves. When he leaves, and he says
Uh huh.
Spider-Man's name is Peter. So here I don't know. So the two theories basically of him doing that, is it muscle memory? Is it just like knowing this, or does he remember that he's Peter Parker? Does he remember that relationship?
He remembers because he says it, and then he says it again. He says Peter
Mhm.
twice. He's like, oh, good, Peter, and then he says Peter,
Right.
like he questions it, like the flood's happening.
Right. Now, here's the thing. Here's a little bit of the situation. Remember, his family, and again, this is from a scheduling conflict. This movie was supposed to come out after Doomsday. This movie, but this movie was supposed to come out. No Way Home was supposed to come out before what's the madness one? The Doctor
Oh, in
Strange.
the multiverse of madness,
Right. This was supposed to
they
come out after because America
after
Chavez was supposed to be doing this shit.
yes, and then
Right.
they changed a bunch of stuff. Yeah, yeah, they
Right.
changed a lot.
So they're like Ned's aunt was a magician somehow.
His family has a line of magic, which is fine because if he ever gets damaged and becomes a demon version of Hobgoblin,
He's yeah, he's Demo
there's a
Goblin.
he could be.
Um, so it's very possible because I feel like that Doctor Strange. See, I have to go back and watch this because I feel like Doctor Strange started talking about something.
But also that works because he does talk to the other two Peters, and the other two Peters are like, "Oh yeah, do you have a best friend?" He's like, "Yeah, he died in my arms. He hated me. He tried to kill me."
Right,
And
right,
that literally could be like, is he going to try to kill Peter and hopefully not die in his arms?
right. Yeah. Um,
But also none of that could happen. It's just a possibility.
well, we had two Harrys in that. We had no lead. We had no lead needs. We had no need. We had no Ned leads in
Right.
those ones.
But neither one of those were
Right.
Hobgoblin. They were both Green Goblins.
Yeah.
So it'd be weird if
Yeah, I got
he
it. So,
becomes
do you remember when he talked to Doctor? I feel like there was something that when he Doctor Strange like was like talking to him or something.
to Ned.
Yeah.
Well, he was surprised he could make the portal because it
Right,
took him a long time to be able to do it, and he
right.
does it almost by accident.
Yeah. So I feel like if there's anything that he might be able to break through that because of magic.
No, now there's no Doctor Strange in as far as we know. They said Doctor Strange is not in Doomsday.
Doesn't seem like it. No. No Doctor Strange, no Captain Marvel,
No Spider
No
Man.
Kamala, I don't think.
No.
I think that this is Kamala's app. We talked about this at the restaurant at the Thirsty
Right.
Turtle, as they say in the biz,
She is
because
she
that's where we
tagging
went.
Spider Man in space?
Well, I mean, the only way that this only works, well, this it had this extra apparently like this wasn't in some of the other grabs. The other screen grabs of like this app was this. So they basically, the end of the post credit, which I think is kind of rough, kind of a bad post credit, I feel, because no, you're not looking at anyone looking at this on the phone, and this is just the app doing this thing.
Also,
So
these were hella long credits, and to not get a mid credit scene,
yeah, man,
this is a
no,
long
that's
wait.
not good.
This
Yeah,
is a long wait for not
you
a
could have
lot
done
of.
the net on the mid credit probably. You could have done.
You could
Hmm,
have. That would have blew people's minds.
yeah, that could have been the mid credit. Yeah, it's tough with these tough with and you see what they're doing now with the credits is they have some that go up like just there's cast, there's some special effects, and all of a sudden it goes to like 5 columns because they're like we got to get through this shit. You know what I mean? Like we got
And
to get
and
through this
and
shit.
they did not.
Yeah. So here's where we come in as dorks. Ross Andrew, Mark Bagley, Bendis. Sally Boo. Bendis, you could do the hand stuff. I mean, Bendis has a lot in there, but
There's
Ross Andrews pretty much all the Ross Andrews first Punisher. Um, I mean
Los Angeles
Bagley
a lot.
throughout.
Bagley is a lot. Buscema is a lot.
Sally Boo is the
John
spectacular
Byrne.
Spider-Man.
John Byrne, not so much.
Well, John Byrne, Jean Grey, John Byrne, Jean Grey. Joe Casey, what I just grabbed. Is
He didn't
Steve Root up
create
here?
her.
I don't know if Steve Root's there. Yep, Steve Root. There we go. Marco Cicchetto, Punisher. So some of the Punisher outfit. The Punisher outfit is his Punisher series that Greg Smallwood did the covers for some reason a couple
Okay.
years ago. Ernie Colon, I'm not sure. Jerry wrote this. Sally Boo drew this.
Right.
Golden
Right.
Girl, everybody. Golden Girl. Deodato Jr., Peter David,
The other storyline.
the other Hulk, Terry Dodson, that was part of the other, I think, too, right? Bill Everett. Bill Everett. There's got to be some Hulk stuff in there. Bob Gale.
The Leverett. Well, I mean, he created the Namor, but like
Submariner. Um,
Bob
Yeah, but
Gale. All
he
right.
drew a lot of stuff there. Steve Gerber, Devin Grayson for Yelena Belova, Googie Guggenheim, Brand New Day stuff. Don Heck, Reggie Hudlin. Reggie Hudlin wrote Marvel Knights, Spider-Man. Klaus Janson,
After Mark Miller, right?
that's Punisher. Punisher 1 through 6. Philip Kennedy Johnson, New Hulk stuff. New Hulk.
I don't know anything about Infernal the Hulk there.
Yeah, I don't know. J.G. Jones from Yelena
Or Black Widow,
Belova.
right? Right.
Joe Kelly, Dale Keown, Joe Kelly from Brand New Day. Jack Kirby created Hulk. Pepe Larraz draw Spider-Man now. Eric
Now
Larson for the
for the
thing.
panel for the
Jim
boomerang
Lee
scene.
for this Punisher right there, Punisher. Um,
Pat Lee.
uh,
Pat Lee.
Punisher Van Pat
What?
Lee.
What about Pat Lee? The van didn't transform.
Pat Lee. It's a
What his
tough
Marvel
one.
work? His Marvel work is what? FF X-Men crossover.
Cyberforce X-Men. Um, there's an X-Men Unlimited. I did the cover for that anyway.
All right,
I don't know.
whatever. Bill
Pat Lee's
Mantlo,
iffy.
the best Hulk stuff.
Sarah Pacelli. Why would Sarah Pacelli be there? Joe Q, same thing. Ramos, Spectacular. Yeah, da, 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 da. Frank Miller. Frank Miller was at the premiere. Frank Miller, that pushed the wall, which I have a physical copy of. I might just listen to the 7 hour audiobook, be like, just the Frank Miller mumbles. All right. Now what do we got?
Right, right.
JMS, Tanslot, Steven Segovia, Wycheck, Ringo. Ringo was the other. You, I think, was the other, and New Avengers and
Well,
Chip.
you drew that Elektra and the hand cover,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which got used. I don't McFarlane. What in particular for McFarlane?
Just do it. McFarlane's got to get it.
Well, yeah,
So
McFarlane.
I grabbed my this is the best Spider-Man comic of all time, I feel, in my opinion. This is the best version. This is the silver. This is my original copy. It's wonderful. I think I need to get a gold. I need to get a gold one of that one. I don't have a regular, but I feel like these my favorite issues kind of ever are probably like these two issues. I feel like these two issues, Amazing Spider-Man, are kind of my favorites. This is the
They're
Punisher.
great Punisher Eric Larson issues. Eric Larson.
Yeah.
It's funny. Larson comes on after McFarlane.
They're just
Assassination
bad.
Plot is not a great Spider-Man story, but it's very well drawn. It's neat.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It takes Spider-Man out of his comfortability zone. It attaches Spider-Man to Silver Sable in a way where you're like, could they date?
Right. Yeah. So I mean, when you just have like really good like Spider-Man, Punisher stuff in here. Punisher also had like, he just had just such a good. And again, this is his second go around in Punisher because he drew about 6 issues of Punisher after Portacio.
Right.
Um, but that's a great storyline. The Punisher, Spider-Man, and Spectacular, great. Golden Girl. But this is literally the first book that I ever had. This is my Marvel Masterworks, which we talked about again last week. That this was like a birthday present, I think, for me. But this is my original from sheesh when I was 12, 13, you know. Um, but yeah, but this is my first experience basically, like just having that. I don't know how many times I've read this thing, you know. So
Yeah,
that's pretty
of
fun.
course.
I found this
I
in the
loved
basement about a couple months ago. And I was like, oh my God, this is my original Marvel Masterworks.
I loved having like I was collecting Amazing Spider-Man, one of the first comics I collected on a regular basis. And like Spectacular and Web Up, I kept like not wanting to buy because I didn't love them as much. But I loved the shit out of those Marvel Tales comics. Like first I got all the McFarlane covers, and then
Yeah.
I went back and got all the reprints of Amazing Fantasy and Amazing Spider-Man, like all the Ditko stuff. Like Marvel Tales was such a treat. Like that you as a poor kid, that's all you wanted.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's no other way. I couldn't afford a Marvel Masterworks, you know?
Well, right when
They
you were
were
getting the ones that were the McFarlane ones, they some of them were they some of them X-Men comics too, or were they?
they had some Marvel team up
Yeah, they have
issues
Marvel team
reprinted.
ups in there. That's right. Yeah, because I feel like they had a lot of John Byrne Marvel team up stuff. So, um, we briefly reached on this, but Spider-Man, I don't know, probably 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 in
It's
order. You
it's
know,
up there. It's really
Milligan
good.
asked me like what my order. It's my favorite Tom Holland, hands down. I'm in a. It could be. It's very possible this is my favorite Spider-Man movie. This period because I am not in the camp. The first Raimi, all right, shocker. I think it's fine. I just it's it's the Green Goblin design is so Power Rangers to me. It never got there. And they have a version of it where they had a demo of like the Goblin mask of it
and
moving
it
and shit.
and it works. It looks good.
And they should have done that when they had the chance to do it before, but over the years, Willem Dafoe's face just turned into a Goblin mask, so they just like, well, we'll just use his
It
face.
it, it did look like the Goblin then. I
It
mean,
did. Yeah.
because he had just done what? Shadow the Vampire was a movie he did before Spider-Man,
Yeah.
where he
Right.
plays Nosferatu.
Right.
And
He played.
you're like, yes, this guy's the perfect Green Goblin.
Yeah.
What's funny is I could say this is the best Spider-Man movie, but it's only the best because every other Spider-Man movie exists.
Mm. Well, yeah. So they do right, but two to me just kind of I don't like the when two if you remember, look, I'm a long time I'm a long time critic of these movies. When I come out of the theater, I generally have and I hold the opinion forever.
But
So
yeah,
when if you remember, when we saw Spider-Man 2, I came out and was like, he's not Green Lantern. He doesn't have like organic webbing like it's like ED. You know what I mean? It's like erectile dysfunction. It's like, oh, I can't get it up. I can't get my spider web up. That's not really how it works. So I don't like that concept. I get it, but you basically put yourself in a corner because he can't run out of organic webbing. So they have to like, well, he can run out of web fluid. That's the barrier. So like, how do we do this? Okay. He has an existential crisis. Okay. Three, to me, I never really liked it, and I don't like, I don't know what else. It's just a little, I don't know. There's something about two where I don't like all of it. I don't like the Harry being like, I don't like the Harry, like there's like a cooking scene, Harry and Mary Jane like kind of getting together. I don't know. There's certain things about the
yeah,
second one I just have an issue
because
with.
it's almost like cheating. No, they listen.
Yeah,
If you just go
it's
boil it
emotional
down to,
affair.
if you go back down to anything Molina does is like perfect in that movie. He's so good. I just love Alfred Molina. Like his Doctor Octopus is so damn good. I don't know. I really like
Yeah,
Spider Man too.
I
It's
think it's a little overrated. I think the first one does a ton of stuff, and that makes it great. Okay, it sets up so
right.
much stuff. It
It's
really
very.
breaks through a ton.
If you go and watch that, and I spent a long time not watching it, maybe 10 years, and then I watch
Mm,
it with my daughters. I was like emotional watching it. I'm like, this is so good. I love
yeah,
everything. I'm nostalgic for the scenes as they're coming up. Is there problems with it? Absolutely.
yeah,
But like those problems are made up for by like I don't know, just Norman Osborn stealing stuff, him saying lines. You're like, you just everything he delivers is like funny for some reason.
yeah.
That I'm a bit of a scientist myself, which ended up being a meme like 5 years ago. Like
Right.
I'm a bit of
Yeah,
a asshole myself or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. And three sucks. ASM
three half
TASM
sucks.
TASM one's fine. It's just it's
I-
too
I'm of the
hindered.
opinion Spider-Man 3, like all the Sandman stuff, I think I love. I think when he becomes Sandman, it's
Mm,
almost like an independent film, like an independent animation. Like that thing could have won like an Oscar for the man
right.
recreating himself after death. Like there's something to be said there. It's so Raimi. But then the Venom stuff. One of the weird things about Venom is you pick Topher Grace, who is scrawny, like a scrawny little dude,
Yeah.
play Venom, and you think no, Venom's like a meathead, but that like doesn't fit the movie. Like I understand, like no, he's the polar opposite of Peter, where he's still a scrawny geek, but he's trying to be cool because he's a liar. You know what I mean? He's not a
Right.
good person.
Right.
So it's a weird thing, and we don't love Venom in that, and the whole like, oh, let's team up. Like we both hate Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Do
let's
they?
see. That
It's
scene is
so
so fucked up. That scene is so like bad.
it's bad,
It's so inserted. I was like, holy shit.
and like that's the movie that made me kind of start to not like giant monsters. Like the scene where like Sandman becomes a giant whirlwind sand
Hmm.
monster. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't feel like that's a threat. I feel like smaller Sandman's a threat.
Well,
I
I
don't
think
know.
I think that's when everything was getting, then it all became like a beam in the sky movies. That was after that it was all beam in the sky. Yeah, TASM 2 is a mess. TASM 2 is really sad. You know what I mean? Like that, but you know,
It is. Tessin 2. There's good stuff about Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 have really good Spider-Man stuff.
mhm,
Uh, but man, they just don't work. Because it was forced, I think for you and me, it was forced upon us. Like we know they pulled Spider-Man 4. They fucked with Tom Rainey, with Sam Rainey
mhm,
on Spider-Man 3. Like we were supposed to get Vulture. Ben Kingsley was casted. They're like, we don't want Vulture. We need Venom in this.
right,
Forced Raimi's hand. So then Spider-Man 4 starts to get made, and Raimi's like, cool, I got John Malkovich as the Vulture. I got Anne Hathaway as Black Cat. I think at the end of the story is she steals the Vulture suit. So she's like Vulturess, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, bad.
Uh, not great, but interesting, new.
Hmm.
And then Marvel, Sony's like, we need it by this date, which was like bullshit because Sam Raimi knew like they knew they weren't going to hit that date. So then
Right,
they
right, right,
pulled the movie from him to put out Amazing Spider-Man, which didn't hit that date anyway.
right, 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 right.
It was just a move to get Raimi off of it.
Yeah,
And to
it's a shame that it doesn't. It's a shame how it all happened, and then basically
and
because TASM 2
and
didn't do
you
anything.
and you had Dylan Baker set up to be Lizard, who's
Right,
a really good actor. I like
right,
Dylan
right,
Baker a
right.
lot.
Well, the second movie, I think it's really interesting that like I feel like the Jamie Foxx stuff is just so it's so cartoonish. It's like
It's
it's
embarrassing.
so bad, and to the point when they were like going to bring him back, he's like, I'm not going to play that one. Is that cool? I'm going to make my own version of Electro. Is that all right? Like, and that's
It
kind of what
works.
happened.
They Kuglered hit him up. That's
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 right. That's
that's the way
exactly
I
right.
felt. I felt that because I was watching that movie last night. I'm like, man, they Kuglered him up.
They're just like, all right, here we go. Like they just like it's not because they don't really even say if he's potentially from that universe or not. They kind of just are, they're very nebulous about it,
Oh no,
you know?
they definitely say who. Yeah, they definitely say he's from that universe.
Yeah.
Because even
So
he's like, I like the way I look here.
yeah, 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 yeah. So it's yeah. So
You know what
no,
it is?
I'm saying definitively this is my favorite one because I feel like there's ton. I just feel like there's so many different elements inside of this. Now my one, and again because I have to be critical. Uh, the problem I have with with the Tom Holland movies for the most part are he has yet to have a Spider-Man villain. Okay, he had a montage of villains in this movie, right?
Are you talking
But
about an overarching villain?
he well no, so basically
Because the
Vulture,
Vulture is a great villain.
he's a Tony Stark villain. He's a villain from all their villains are reluctant villains from misunderstandings
That's all
of
villains are nowadays, anyway.
yeah, they can't be bad. They can't be bad except for Skeletor. Skeletor's bad. He's a villain. But yeah, so basically stuff happens with was it he was a contractor basically and all the contractors are it's all he lost all this money. So
Yeah,
basically he's gonna steal the tech and Vulture steals the tech, sells the tech. Okay, so that's Tony Stark's fault. Second one is that Tony Stark like what he worked for Tony Stark, Mysterio
yeah.
basically.
He designed
It was like an
the HR.
insert.
Yeah,
I don't know. Him and what's his name from him and
Christmas
uh
story. Ralphie, you're shooting
Ralphie.
your eye
Yeah, him
out.
exactly. So him and Ralphie, yeah. So Donnie Darko and Ralphie work for Tony Stark and then they left, you know. So because that's the guy that gets yelled at, right? Isn't that the guy who's like
Yeah,
he
Tony Stark built this in a cave.
it's Ralphie. Isn't that crazy? That's
Yeah,
because he's what? He's the producing
Peter
partner.
Peter Billingsley.
Yeah, yeah, Peter Billingsley, because he's the producing partner with Favreau. Is that right? Does that sound right?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God, that's so weird. That's so funny. It's also really weird that Paul Bettany was Favreau's neighbor or some shit. Like he's like, hey, I need you to narrate
yeah,
Jarvis. Is that cool? And he's like, I guess. You know, you can
yeah.
narrate
He's
him
like,
from your
sure.
closet. Okay, cool. And then he's had like I don't know how many movies as Vision. You know, and again,
Yeah,
great. It's a funny afterthought. And I even think that what's his name? I think Phil Coulson was an afterthought too. That was kind of like
I think he was a neighbor too.
yeah,
I think
everyone's
he
a
lived in the
neighbor.
street.
Yeah, everybody's a neighbor. Everybody's a neighbor. So to me, so a couple things. All right. So to close it out, yes, I'm crowning this. I'm crowning it. So okay, so my last of complaint. So
Also,
the third movie is all of old Spider-Man villains. There are no Spider-Man villains. Tom Holland continuity, and then he got out of the Iron Man suit. He's basically Iron Man kind of in three movies. And this one, he's Spider-Man, right? And he's doing his own
pure
thing with a
Spider-Man.
3D printer, you know what I mean? And he's pure Spider-Man, correct. He's by himself. He's his own man in the chair. We get a montage of villains, but a villain
Right.
is Jean Grey, a misunderstood mutant, right? Is it and the real villain? And also you messed with another government agency. You got rid of Shield, right? You fucked up Shield and you got rid of it, right? Now then they're like,
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna do Sword. Sword never really happened, you know.
Right. Right.
Then they have damage control, which is kind of it makes sense, but this isn't the traditional damage control.
No.
That was blue collar damage control, which I think I have both miniseries actually. Dwayne McDuffie.
That's the way McDuffie.
Yep. But then you have to have, you have to have Milchick's and Milchick's in it. So I'm like, all right, Milchick's playing Milchick, like you know what I mean? Sadie Sink's playing Sadie
So
Sink. Like it's everyone's playing their own thing. So now you don't have a villain in this one. You have a villain, but it's Milchick, who basically is William Stryker, who is, I mean,
Striker,
he is the same character
striker,
in
striker. Yeah,
Striker. I mean, oh, I should have grabbed I do have Children of the Atom. I do have in my Steve Rude section. My Steve Rude section.
your other Steve. You were just in your rude section. How rude, rude dog.
How
Remember
wooed.
rude? How rude? Remember rude dog? It was like
I
a
had
Spuds
Rude Dog.
McKenzie
Look,
ripoff.
I had Rude Dog because that was JC. Okay, Rude Dog, very interesting.
Go ahead.
Rude Dog. I don't know how many Rude Dog
This
shirts
is
I
see
had.
this. This is the spiral.
This is a major, major spiral. So JC Penney, Audubon. My grandma lived in Audubon Park.
Okay.
So
She
so
was racist.
she was, yeah, they are,
The
that's,
joke about Audubon Park, for those who don't know, it was a neighborhood and every
oh
house
yeah.
was painted white,
Hmm.
and it was rumored to be like the most racist part of Audubon.
You can't move into Audubon Park because of the way that the community was set up. You had to be on a waiting list.
Right.
And you can
Like
see, and you had to be like,
Belmar.
it was almost like
Like
a
Belmar
signature,
Park.
like Belmar Park.
Belmar Park.
Yep.
Same way. Belmar Park, you know those people like I think they all get their water at a discount. There's like something weird, like they don't pay for water. New Jersey's got some weird rules and
Yeah,
some
we should
weird.
check with Hagen. Yeah, Hagen texted me today actually. He
He was
was
the Belmar expert before
yeah,
he was the Belmar expert before he moved to Philly and
yeah. This is the part. Oh, so back to Rude Dog. So Rude Dog was
insert the picture.
was all of the yeah, was all of the outfits. It was like a Spuds McKenzie dog,
Right.
and it was like all Ocean Pacific and Rude Dog. That's all I wore. So I would go and it was all neon. I was probably 10, 11,
Right.
12. We go to that
20.
JC Penney and I would just get like the most obnoxious 80s shirt, checkered pants, Vans, like just like a nightmare. Just a nightmare. I should see if I can find pictures. I probably do. I know I have pictures for sure. Me with Rude Dog outfits. So anyway, number one
So
Spider-Man movie of all time. I
so
saw
the
it
rumors. So
three
let's
times.
cancel. We're gonna cancel out the rumors that's not in it. Keith David does not play the Jackal.
No,
Jean Grey is not Madeline Pryor. The Hulk does
no,
not turn gray. Spider-Man is not infected by Venom.
right. He's not. I saw fan art of him with blonde hair with frosted tips, and that was like, are they doing Ben Riley? Is he doing? They're doing
Yeah.
Are they going to do Ben Riley? I told you that the other day. You're like, fuck you. If that happens, you're an asshole. And I'm like, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm
Yeah,
just
no.
saying. I saw this art. I don't know what it is. You know.
I cannot think about a movie because I will make myself mad if they don't put something in it. Like
I wasn't
I
going to see it Thursday, and then I think I texted you at 3. I'm like, fuck it. I got to see it at 7. I'm seeing it at 7 o'clock. I'm seeing it as soon as I'm done work. I got to go see it, which is good because the next day the Ned clip is on the first thing you look. I don't know how you avoided it. I don't know what you did.
I'm on vacation, so I don't check my phone as
Oh
much.
man.
When
Yeah,
I'm at work,
I'm worse on vacation. I'm worse. I think I'm
oh,
worse. I mean, I'm
when
worse
I'm at
than,
work,
you know?
my life's so busy. Like on vacation, I got so much stuff done. It's great. But when I'm at work, I got nothing to do but work, and I tend to look at my phone a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I mean, security's out the door, bro. People are just filming like either the whole movie or they're just filming
They
like
are. It's
giant
weird.
scenes. Like there's just tons of scenes on TikTok and Twitter and all that stuff. Like I mean, I think the handshake is just every third scroll is the handshake, by the way. So look out.
Yeah, yeah. You know what, the handshake. I think that idea crossed my mind at one point while watching these other three movies. Because you look for that stuff. Like you're watching, like for instance, I'm like, you're watching these movies, and I'm picking up on stuff like, oh, are they ever going to deal with the fact that Peter Parker still has Tony Stark's glasses, right?
Well, that's where I think Evie. So, also Evie is Naomi Watts, which was she was actually played his mother in like that movie, which I will never watch, by the way. That the flood movie, what's that called? The Unexpected or something like that. The
Oh,
big
did she?
flood. Yeah, she's the mom in that movie, and
That's
they've
funny.
remained like kind of friends and close and stuff. Yeah,
Yes,
Tom Holland just seems crazy. Like,
I was just talking about her because of the Game of Thrones pilot they filmed with her that cost
oh,
$30 million, and HBO will never air it.
cool, good job.
Good
Yeah,
job.
you definitely want to shelve that. I just saw
Yeah,
something. They're doing a Game of Thrones play.
why not?
Uh, I guess. You're only going to put it in the show, just like they did with the Things play. They just kind of made it 4 minutes of the Stranger Things season. They kind of
Well,
just like, all right, remember
they
that.
didn't make a Harry Potter cursed child movie, and
Yeah,
that shocks the hell out of me.
got to make a
That's
new
what
one.
that's what the HBO show should have been.
Right,
Nobody wants to see a reboot of movies that are perfectly fine.
right.
People
They're
want to
good.
see
Yeah,
like Harry Potter middle aged and Harry Potter's kids. Like that's interesting to both the people who grew up on Harry Potter and the new kids who are getting into it.
We think they pay
I don't know.
Radcliffe. They would pay Radcliffe so much fucking money if they would just like
And,
pull up
and
a truck.
and they would make every dime back
Yeah, I
because
think so. Probably.
no question. All right.
All right, I forgot what I was saying.
What's something not Spider-Man?
Okay, so I
Still
kind of,
related.
I talked about this a little bit. I think it's really shitty that Marvel announces the day Thursday, 2 o'clock. This press release comes out that Wonder Man 2 is canceled. Okay, Wonder Man 2 was the best Marvel show. Daniel Distler wrote it, directed the first episode, directed episode 5 or 6. Like, might have directed both, like the book and the beginning and end. But you just hold this for a week. This dude just gave you a movie that looks like a real movie. Also, he did film. Okay, he did film Spider-Man on like, you know, in Prague or some shit driving around, right? On like, however, I don't think there's much in there. And I know Mark Webb, I think even said to him, he's like, don't film Spider-Man practically because you're just going to replace it with CG. And there's too many shots in the movie that I'm like, there's no way that's shot practically. So they probably shot for days. They shot for weeks where they got this dude swinging back and forth, swinging back and forth. There's probably 4 shots in the movie that are that. Sorry. Like I know, but they've also gotten so good with that CGI. That's fine. But this dude's delivering you a movie that's going to make it's going to break all the records.
Uh,
It's going to get a ton I'm going to see it 2 more times probably in the theater. It's you're going to see it over and over again. And this movie's it's going to get great word of mouth. People are going to see it. People are going to take people to see it. So I'm happy that it's back, baby. But it's funny that like it's this is Daniel Destin Cretton's Sony, and Marvel's like, oh man, we're mad that fucking he went over there. So
yeah, but
we're gonna
that's
cancel his. I know it's not the thing, but just hold this one for like 5 days. Does this need to come out right now? This needed to come out right now. It needed to come out Thursday at 2 o'clock as the new movie's coming out. It did it have to? I
yes,
say no.
that's a weird choice.
I say no. Speaking of canceled, Booster Gold canceled. So now I feel if we list all the James Gunn projects, I think now the succeeded projects to the canceled projects are getting not quite Star Wars level, but it's getting up there. It's getting up there, right? Because we got the Sergeant Rock movie's not happening. The Swamp Thing movie's MIA, right? This is
Right.
now Booster Gold canceled. Um, they're doing a fucking Jimmy Olsen show. Why? You mentioned something that they might do a Miss Tessmacher show.
No,
Please do
that was
not.
just me. That was me joking.
Well, I wouldn't put it past them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they could make like a fake Instagram. They probably, you know what they should do? Actually, this is actually kind of a good idea. Rob, you said a good idea. What if they should have an account for Instagram where you have her doing DC shit,
you
doing a
should.
vlog. That's funny. She's a beautiful woman and just do that, and that would kind of be interesting. Like say if we think about it, the DC universe is happening right now, right? You could just have her like saying, "Oh my God, you believe this shit happened? This happened over there, or this thing happened, and the Hawk Girl saved this, and Hawk Girl murdered a dude. You know, is that a big deal? No big deal, right? Like you could just have stuff. You could have a weird stuff's happening out in the Midwest with boring fucking brown lanterns. I think you know, like just have her be like the weirdo, like social media. She's an influencer. Just have her be an influencer. Just do that. You
Yeah.
did it, Rob. You did it,
There we go.
buddy. This makes sense to announce like right around this. They're going to have to kind of start putting out X-Men stuff. D23, I think, is next week. So the rumor is, well, this is landed. Okay, Samara Weaving lands Emma Frost, but I don't know if I want Emma Frost. We've already had two, three, two,
Two.
one, two.
Two. Because she's in X-Men Origins,
Yeah,
Wolverine, briefly.
yeah.
And then of course First Class,
January
So,
Jones. Yeah. So Don Draper, Peggy Draper, whatever her name is.
her name's not
Um,
Don.
yeah. So this is fine. Callie Spaney from Alien Romulus is rumored to be that, and then Charles Melton,
She
who
what?
was
Oh,
in
to be Rogue.
Rogue,
I
and
liked her
then
in that.
Beast.
Did you watch the second season of Beef?
Yep. Yeah, and actually the guy, her husband in that is rumored to be Beast, which I don't know if they just were like, all we have are pictures of them together, so just say he's Beast too. I
I
feel like
like
they're
that.
they're fake
I like
stories.
that guy.
He's
He was
great. He was
on
he
Archie.
was on he
He was
was
on
on yeah, he
Riverdale.
was on Riverdale. He was the replacement. He's
Yeah,
the
he was.
replacement Reggie, and he's
The
better
replacement.
Reggie. He was
He
a
is
better
better.
Reggie.
He is better Reggie. And the first Reggie's good, but he
Yeah.
wanted to stick with the second season of 13 Reasons Why.
Way to
I think.
go. Yeah. What
Yeah.
happened to that chick? What happened to Tony Stark's daughter from the future, right?
Morgan, right?
Drop it. Drop that shit. Okay.
Drop it.
Um Marvel Webtoon, there was all the rumors that Webtoon was taking over this. This, I think, was probably the contract. That's all. This is probably it. Everyone working on these three stories that are just not for us at all. They're doing three new series for Webtoon, X-Men Korea. I don't know, but everyone they're hiring are very specific Webtoony people. They're not comic book people, so like that's fine. They're doing Tony's Girl, which is uh
Is that about Logan?
17-year-old Tony Stark graduating from MIT. Okay. And then he has a girl that he meets, a daughter of a businessman, Meredith McCall, Tony's girl. Okay, I guess.
Should be a Mrs. Fujikawa.
Yeah, the time that Deadpool fell in the webtoon, okay, the longest title of all time. Not really, but that's and whatever. X-Men Korea, fine. Whatever. Again, these are not for us. That's fine. We're too old.
No, no.
New I sent you this midweek. I don't really know what the contracts were that I think I kind of know some of the contract stuff that was going on, but they mentioned this last year. But new Cole comic coming, Mark Buckingham. That's interesting. That's an interesting choice. Mark Buckingham changed his style about 2 years ago. We noticed because we're all about the Buckingham. Was he drawing that way? Buckingham when he came out, to be clear, Buckingham was mainly an inker for Chris Bachalo. So the first time he started drawing stuff, he started to finish
But
Chris Bachalo and Shade the Changing Man.
right.
And then he took over as artist
Doing
for Change Changing Man. And
and
then he
then
did Death. He did
he
the
was doing
second Death
He was doing
series.
Miracle Man right before that or around the same time
Oh, okay.
with Neil Gaiman, right? And then he was inking Death, and then
Mhm.
took over pencils on Death.
Right. Yeah. So the second series, I think it's either Bacalo layouts and he does full finishes, or you might be right. He might be doing everything
I
there.
think he took over. I think Bacalo Bicello. You got me saying the wrong name. Bicello. I
Bacalo.
think he ended up penciling the first issue, and it was a dramatic difference because Bicello looked a little more Buckingham like, and then became
Mhm.
Bicello. Became like because he was doing Generation X at the time, right? And then
Yeah, it's when he started to come over. Yeah.
He tried to do Death and Generation X. I think at the same time, and I think he ends up just like, let me stick with the money because Marvel was paying the shit out of him for Generation X.
Yeah.
But it was early it was early Pacello, Generation X, not later Pacello where he gets like cartoony and wonky and still good. People love him. He's an artist for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice guy too. I know you're always talking to him.
But
Uh,
Buckingham, yeah, great. Buckingham's great.
yeah, but this is
Uh,
good because it's John Arcudi coming in to Titan, which I think is interesting. That's a good
doesn't it just
catch.
doesn't the first thing that goes through your head, because I know it went through mine, can we just get a series of BPRD artists to draw the series when Buckingham can't? Because BPRD has the
Ooh,
greatest collection.
yeah, I would like yeah, because you have Guy Davis, you have Tyler Crook, you have
Good at
James Harron, you have Lawrence Campbell. That's actually a great idea. Yeah. And actually that may be the case because Arcudi could probably call those guys. Because
yeah,
you're right, because BPRD is pretty much Arcudi. That's it.
and
Arcudi and
and and the
Mignola
best
plotting.
amount of dark artists who would work on Cull like incredibly.
Yeah, Mignola kind of works. Well, Mignola, okay. So the
Well,
Mignola
you're not going to get
Conan,
Magnola, but you're going to
well,
get
Mignola, the cover for the Mignola did of Savage Steve Costigan is actually that was contracted actually by the Robert E. Howard estate because the date on that was really old. So
right.
that when that cover came out, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he's going to work for Titan. That's not really true. And he said there's one more character. So maybe there's a Cull variant because he did say in an interview, oh, I did that drawing years ago. And there's one more that the Robert E. Howard estate contracted him for that's not shown yet. So hopefully it could really only be Cull. I mean, there's only a handful of the characters, but they're about to do a new what is that? Tide, Serpent Tide. They're going to do another crossover series with all the people or whatever. But this is what I wanted. I kept checking for the news for this, but Titan and this news came out on the 31st. So Titan they're lining up a couple of things because here's the thing is they're also doing Titan does regular books too. So they're doing new novelizations. So they got the Edgar Rice Burroughs Incorporated collection. So they're going to be doing a couple things. They're going to establish long-term publishing, the entire catalog, and let me see, what did it say? So they're going to have like really probably nice, beautiful reprints of the books themselves. But then they did say Titan Comics handling original comic series and omnibus editions. So you can technically have. the DC stuff that John Carter, which was Murphy Anderson, basically, that were all through Weird Worlds, and it was in backups in
Hmm.
Tarzan. So you can take all that stuff and reprint that.
That's a nice
All
collection.
you can take all the Gold Key stuff, which is kind of all good, by the way. Pat Boyette does some of the middle when it went to Charlton. You can and Dark Horse reprinted it, but for whatever reason they didn't have the color rights. So you could buy the reprints from Dark Horse, but they're all black and white because I have a black and white Marvel, which I like, by the way. I didn't like it when I first got it, but I love it now because now I can look at the Marvel regular printed. I can look at the omnibus with the Alan Davis cover, which is wonderful. So anyway, so I'm very excited about this, but they did mention, and I wonder if it's a situation where they don't have, if they maybe they can't stay off Mars, because the only thing they mentioned comic book wise are saying with an all new Deja Thoris comic series. So they're leading with Deja Thoris, which I think is interesting, but also they don't have Red, so they don't have a female character per se. They're not doing Belit, they're not doing Valeria. So just to kind of have for Titan to put out something like this and have a female character to lead that. There's already a Tarzan Unbound book, which is new, which is fine through Alien. It's okay. But Steve
Remind
Orlando, it's pretty
remind me
boring.
again why Red Sonja isn't with the Conan rights.
I don't really know. I don't know the exact. We got to get Nikki on and go through like the exactly how that happened because technically it's a Marvel. It was a Marvel character. Well, there is a Sonya, but it's spelled differently. And then when they created it, there was some. I think at the time there was something. I don't want to say. I guess we'll just skip it and I'll try to see if I can get the right answer for
Right.
that
It
rather
doesn't
than
make sense. It's like Marvel licensed, and to me, Marvel licensed Conan,
yeah,
and they use all, and anything you would create for Conan technically should be owned by the Conan people or by Marvel.
right.
Why is there a third party all of a sudden owning the rights to Red Sonja?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Unless
It's
unless the people who were doing, here's what I think: the people who were helping the Burroughs estate, maybe they were different than who's doing it now.
yeah, yeah for the
Maybe
Robert
there was
Howard
a
state.
Right, the Robert
Right,
Howard estate. Maybe the person
right, right, right.
who was handling that in the 70s, because that's why they got it so cheap. So
Mhm.
maybe they somehow finagled that, like, well, you created it for us. We were licensing Conan through us, even though we're representing the Howard estate. So technically, we own it now, which is really like creepy.
Yeah, you know what? Well, I mean, remember, Death's Head was almost a Transformer. Death's Head would have been a Hasbro creation if they didn't fake a one-page strip and put it out supposedly before the Transformers book. That's the thing. They made a what was it? Old Man Tex or something. They had a one-pager that they made because
Right,
someone figured out that they're like, shit, if we put Death's Head in this Transformers comic book, Hasbro owns Death's Head.
right.
So somehow they figured out
But
let's do a page in an
but
anthology book over
but
here.
somehow Hasbro doesn't own Circuit Breaker or the amount of stuff that's in the ROM comics,
Mm,
like the straight, the dire. I almost want to call
the
them dire
Dire
straits,
Wraiths.
dire
Yeah,
wraiths, dire straits.
that's maybe that's what they were from. Yeah,
Maybe. So the Dire Wraiths, they're owned by Marvel, right?
right. Yeah,
And the
and
Knights
space the
and
concept of
Space.
Space Knights are Marvel as well. Correct.
So it's very strange, like the
It's
rules.
ROM, and also Master Kung Fu is they can't use Yellow Claw, so they created Master Kung Fu through Yellow Claw through Max Romer and they didn't renew that contract. So now they can't reprint the old ones because it has his father is different.
And you can't just
It's
retcon a different father. You can't just be like,
yeah,
oh, you know.
they're not gonna alter it. Listen, just pay. How much was that license? Hey, does that mean that if I get enough money together, I can buy the Master Kung Fu license and reprint the old Master Kung Fu's? Might be the way to go. It's my retirement plan.
Look
I'm gonna
into
sell
that.
my house
Oh yeah, live
and I'm gonna
above a
take a
comic
hunt.
store.
Yep. I'm gonna get the rights to Master Kung Fu and then reprint Master Kung Fu. That's my retirement plan, and I'll be homeless, I guess. So,
You can live
anyway,
in a pile of Master of Kung Fu
I,
hardcovers.
I kind of I do. Um, I saw this today, dude.
What's
Dude, a
this?
GQ article's coming out because he's got a new movie coming out. Hershali says he's moved on from Blade. That's it. That is it. Not. I feel ready to move on from the Blade questions.
I
Again, you had
understand
me
it.
under
I understand
contract. You
it.
have billions of dollars. If you wanted to do the movie, you would have done the movie. We're not doing the movie. So we're not doing the movie. I feel
So
ready to move on from Blade Crash. Those questions are for Marvel. They didn't want to do it, so they should answer the questions.
so we got him voicing one line at the end of the Eternals movie.
Yeah.
We have him voicing the character in Marvel Zombies, which is pretty good character because it's a
Mm.
combination of Blade and Moon Knight, and that's it. Good job. It's
You
also very
blew
strange.
it.
You cast the guy. I listen. Marvel loves going after Oscar guys. They fucking love doing that. Um,
Yeah.
but he's only like 10 years younger than Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was always
I
like a weird choice.
they didn't have a plan from day they didn't have a plan they made a hat, right? They made like one hat. Like that's the way I feel about it. They didn't have the right things. I missed this news too. This seems kind of interesting. So Archie is licensing the majority of Archie publishing out, and then they have a Shaquille O'Neal book coming out. Is very strange to me. And it's a pirate book. Look, I
Is
kind
he?
of love it.
Is he?
I look at
Is he?
this,
Is he Shaq like
dude.
Blackbeard, Shaq?
No, but look at this cover, dude. That's
That's a good.
amazing. I mean,
That's a good.
It's an EC homage to like,
Yeah, but
uh
it's very nice looking.
it's yeah, and there's a Jamal Igle, just
We love give Jamal
Stephanie
Igo work.
Williams,
Super nice guy.
Shaquille O'Neal. Like, yeah, this is a whole new thing. So Black Caesar, an African pirate who served under Blackbeard, coming out, reimagining through Archie. Sign me up, baby. That sounds awesome. That sounds to me, and also I'm a big, okay, anti-bully for me. Shaquille O'Neal is the nicest person on the planet. For whatever reason, I got into something where I get all these videos of LeBron like telling people to leave him alone. He's out in public with his pet, like, and I get it. I get it. I do understand it's got to be pretty difficult,
It's hard to constantly be on like that and just not be
Yeah,
able to
yeah,
be a
yeah,
person.
yeah. Alan Richardson talked about that in this interview this weekend, where he talked about like he tries to separate it, but he feels like obligated to do something. He's like, it's faster if I just hose with them. They
It
also don't
is.
know they're the 40th person to come up to me today. Like they don't know that. You know what I
The
mean?
problem with Alan Richardson and Shaq is that they're both 7 foot. So like
Right.
you,
You see
like
them, there they are.
yeah,
Correct.
Tom Holland can like wear a hat and glasses and maybe you don't recognize them. How many celebrities walk around San Diego Comic Con and don't get recognized? They're a hat, glasses,
Right,
some
right,
wear a
right.
mask. You
Right.
know, um, you Shaq could wear a mask and you'd be like, why? Who's this strange 7 foot tall man?
Yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
there's a lot of videos of a bunch of like pretty famous basketball players just like kind of pushing these kids out of there. And there's him like there's Shaq like saying like to the security guards like, no, let that kid come back. Like they pull a kid away. He's like, hold on, let
Yeah.
me see. Like just
Well,
like super sweet.
Shaq would
Like
he would call out Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is a terrible tipper, and
right.
Shaq would have to make up for it. Like he'd be like, "What are you doing? Like we have all
Yeah.
this money. We have
Yeah, yeah,
all of
yeah.
this money. Give it to these people are serving us. Give them something, you
Yeah.
know."
Um Also San Diego, I didn't see it, but apparently the Kristen Crook book that came out, the Black Star, got pretty good reviews. I think that's probably on I think that's their Titan. I think that might be on Global. I should check that out.
Good for her.
And the early reviews for the John Cusack, who's promoting the shit out of his comic book, by the way, doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, there's no back end
Uh,
money for that.
no, no, and it's what's cool about it is that he kind of slams Hollywood a little bit. He's like, I don't have to tell anyone. They gave me this contract, and they like no one told me. Yeah, there was no notes. Like I made it exactly as I wanted to make it, and this is my creation. And if you like it, great. If you don't like it, that's okay. So
Yeah,
I dug that he promoted it. He's promoting it super, super hard. So I'm actually kind of interested to see that.
yeah.
So the existing like vanity projects kind of shifted with who? Who would you say shifted the like not necessarily Nepo baby, but like the stars that were like, hey, we're putting out a comic book. Okay. Tyrese Gibson, was it Mayhem? No
Yeah,
good.
Mayhem. Uh,
Menace, right? To
oh,
Jada
the
Pinkett
Jada
Smith.
Pinkett. That's right. That's right.
No.
You
Uh,
had a couple SNL people come in to write comics. You had
this never happened.
Seth
The Mark. There you go. Will Smith,
the
The
Mark.
Mark. Never happened. Uh,
I mean, that property existed before Will Smith, so that doesn't really mean anything. But
yeah.
like Seth Meyers, Bill Hader,
Defending Rob
uh,
Liefeld.
Big Bang,
Cha-ching. We should ring a bell every time you defend
Comedy
Liefeld.
Bang Bang. What's his name?
Scott Ackerman.
Matt Ackerman, Paul
Shear. Paul Shear.
Shear. All these guys have written comics,
They're
and
good
they don't.
comics. Yeah.
They are kind of all good writers,
Yeah.
especially Paul Shear and Scott Ackerman. Really good. There's no money there. They make so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
more money touring, comedy, TV.
Patton Oswalt comics are pretty good. Well, he has a good
Patton
writer.
Oswalt.
The Jordan Blum is a good co-writer. No, I would go back to the original failed comic book artist who which was Gerard Way. He's like, I failed doing comic book art. Let me start up a little band. And then like that
Yeah,
band becomes one of the biggest bands of the world ever. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy. Then he goes back
and
to comics,
yeah,
and that's great. Like the Umbrella Academy is great, and pretty much I think what was the other one? The Killjoys, that was pretty good too. Like,
I have a comic that he drew a backup story in. It was a Foot Soldiers comic. Jim Kruger Foot Soldiers had a backup story like this
oh
teen
shit,
vampire chick, and it's drawn by Gerard Way.
oh wow,
I'll,
how
I'll,
much is that? Is that
I it's not nobody knows about it. I think that's the thing. I don't know if it's valuable. I'll send you a scan of the
there
pages.
was like an
I just
old
scanned the
like
Gerard Way
Crow type of
pages.
character that he created though, right? Isn't that the one that's like kind of famous? Like a lot. That's a lot. I think there's a one
Maybe.
that's kind of like an independent, like it's like the Crow. It's like he's the Crow, basically. It's a goth.
Jim Kruger a couple years ago said he'd be up for an interview with us. So we gotta cash that in. Listen, I was
Ah,
watching Eric Larson interview the other day, and there was like 70 people watched it, and I'm like, we could have 70 people watch Eric Larson.
yeah.
But I was real annoyed because the show, like I kept finding it as shorts. Here's 10, here's a minute, here's 30
Mhm.
seconds. Here, I'm like, this is so annoying, and I had to dig to find the full episode, which is just
Oh, I
a
see what you're
repeat
saying.
of it.
Well, a
It
lot
was
of
a
times
live
they do
stream.
that to promote like the episode that'll drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but
Direct
you should
Edition
link
does
it.
that a little bit.
You
Yeah,
should link it somehow. Like
right.
I should be able to find the full episode
Oh,
from your short.
DWJ was on Direct Edition, and he is doing Chain Cut as black and white, and he's doing the color washes. So Spicer's not touching it at all, at all. It's DWJ color wash, and he's doing color washes in space, but space is not called space. Space is called ink wash or something like that. I forget what he called it. He calls it something like ink wash or something like that. So space isn't space.
Okay.
So again, that guy's so fucking interesting. Like that's fucking okay. I'm gonna make a very un. I'm making this decision. I could stay on Transformers. Marvel could probably give me 1 million, 2 million, 3 million fucking bucks to come over and do Wolverine. Let me go do a chainsaw lady in space.
Yeah.
Awesome. Fucking
All
great.
right.
That's great.
All right.
Anyway,
What
here
else is
we
up?
go.
I got a hard out in 15 minutes.
Oh my God. All right, Case. Well, we're gonna have to skip
Did
your
I
Twitter.
did
Skipping
we
the
skip it?
Twitter.
Did we get on it last week or did we skip it?
No, we're skipping it. We'll skip it again. We'll do a midweek Twitter.
Skibbity.
IDW, Say Eric, sequels. You should read the first 12 issues of Godzilla. You should read Escape from the Dead Zones, Starship Godzilla. All these are very good. They're all very
Yes.
good. They're all on Global. I can't. I'm shocked at how good these are. So I'm also really
Nope.
liking that
We gotta
everyone is staying on it. So
we
the
gotta
artist
breathe.
for Dead Zone.
I might have a half an hour.
Okay. Well, artist for Dead Zone, because you love your Twitter so much. Listen, the artist Dead Zone rules. So I'm actually super excited. I'm excited that no one is coming onto these books.
Yes.
That's
Keep them
cool.
coming.
And the guy who draws Godzilla did an art in I think in the Hawk Girl one shot. So he got other work and his character, his humans are weird because he draws just monsters all the time. So his humans, and it was pretty good. The Hawk Girl story was okay, you know. I don't know who this is for. I think this is really funny. So Mad Cave signed Rip Kirby. Rip Kirby? What are you talking about? This is an Alex Raymond character from like the 40s? Everyone's dead, bro. Everyone who would possibly want to read 1952, 1946. Like, what are you talking about?
I know. It's so strange. I don't know, maybe there's a modern take on it that, I have no idea.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
defend
I
it.
feel like Christopher Sabella's always kind of good, but I don't really remember. So, listen, if you got to take again, how much is this? How much was this fucking
Listen,
license? You know what I mean?
maybe King Features has like maybe they are going to launch a movie at some point. Like they fucking doing a Matchbox movie. Did you watch the Matchbox trailer?
I didn't. It looks so stupid.
Oh,
I didn't
Mark, it's
care.
so bad. Oh my God.
It's not going to
It's
theaters. It's going to just fucking streaming. It's
I
not
hope
hitting
you know
theaters.
what? I hope they make all the money. But like, oh my God.
Everybody's paid. Everybody got paid. You know what I mean? Everybody got paid. So
And
this
listen,
is just really crazy to me that you're pulling this. Crowded. Again, I can't Christopher Sabella, I can't seem to think about what
maybe maybe
he
Mark
did.
King said, "Do you guys want to do this for free? There's no licensing. Don't even have to pay us
What
licensing.
happened?
Like you guys are paying us for Defenders of the Earth, Flash Gordon, Dick Tracy, whatever. Do Rip Kirby for free. It's basically advertising for, whatever. And maybe they're doing Rip Kirby collections.
Well,
There's
yeah, I
got
can
to
see
be
that.
there's got to be a reason behind the reason. And I think if you say, hey, no licensing fee, and we're going to do collections,
Dude, I think my cat just had like a nightmare and she like jumped. Like she like jumped. It's okay.
that's funny.
Okay. I really baby these cats. You can just stay
I know.
here. You stay on the show.
You just
You
stay
stay
here with
on.
daddy. Daddy take care of you.
She don't
You call
leave. She
yourself
stays right here. That's
you call
cool.
yourself daddy to your cats?
No, that's weird. That's weird. Anyway, Rip Kirby. Rip Kirby. There we go. Okay. Oh, so yeah. So we're gonna do just a quick soup. Okay. So we're reviews day, everybody. I'm gonna change the thing up top. Reviews day. Reviews day. I told Rob this was. I was so mad. I was really loud in the
This
restaurant. We went to
this
Thirsty
is
Turtle. I was like, "Hey, did you read action?" You're like, "No, did you read action." And we're like, "No, I think I'm supposed to read it." And I was like, "God damn it, Rob! You're on vacation." I was like yelling, and people were like looking over and like, "What the hell's wrong with this guy?" I'm like, "It's for the show." You know, where people were like, what show? What are you talking about?
Mark knows Superman's my thing. Like I love Superman more than almost anything else. So for me not to have read Action Comics 1100
It's
and an annual
ridiculous.
that takes place partially 1,000 years in the future, which is I
We
love
love it.
anything Superman, Elseworlds, or Future or whatever. I love it all.
Yeah.
So I didn't read it. I didn't read it because I had my Action Comics and I got the foil cover. So I'm like, I don't want to touch this too much. I'll wait till
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And then I got a blurb on Bleeding Cool. It's like, ooh, Action Comics 1100 spoils Superman annual next week. So I'm
Yeah.
like, which
Well,
one
it
should I
was
read first
always
then?
supposed to be this. It was
I
always
know.
supposed to be
After reading
the
it,
way
I
that it came out.
realized that. After reading it, I realized that. But not having read it, I don't like spoilers. And I don't even know why I go on Bleeding Cool at all, to be honest with you.
No, I know because they have a lot of crap on their headlines that are no good. But yeah, Wade had the main first story action 1100. Skylar Partridge does the Skylar Partridge thing, which is good. But once it hits, and if you notice this is the first time I've ever seen this, that Ryan Sook is coloring his own thing, and I'll show you why I love it so much. So first off, he's doing a little bit of the and Manipul does this, but mainly the person that I love who does this is Jordi Belair is doing this like slight like separation of like sometimes when someone Jim Chung is a good example actually. He'll draw a white outline after the character. So if they're
Right.
against a black someone, they'll draw like so it just kind of differentiates it. Here, Ryan Sook has complete control. We know Ryan Sook's a little slow, and now he's coloring himself. So there you go. That's going to be even slower. But he probably had some. It seemed like he had time to work on this. All this looked awesome. But
Yes,
look
this
at
is a
this. It
really
looks like it's almost 3D. I want. Where's my Valiant Vision glass? I put my Valiant Visions on, right? But look at that, dude. It's so good. All this is perfect. Like it's just a beautiful reset. Look at that Batman. I don't know if I've ever seen him draw Batman. Like, god damn, all this looked incredible. You know, you're gonna do that. You're gonna do that. You know, that's all this is just wonderful.
you know what's great about
Um,
Bizarro? The S is backwards. Fuck these artists who draw Bizarro with the S regular. It's got to be backwards or nothing.
right. I never liked the Zod. I hate that they put Zod in this new outfit. I understand it, you know, but like I don't know. Because you know what? It feels like Red Sun. It feels like the Red Sun or there was even that Kieran Dwyer like Red Sun
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Superman, which
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
kind of like that costume too.
I did like
Um
Joe Casey's Zod comic, but a year or two ago they had a
oh right,
general Zod comic, Joe Casey, and then
the Avon.
La Fuente drew the Super Sons, but they were the villains. It was
Oh
like
right. Yeah.
Sinestro's kid and Zod's kid, who
Yeah.
used to be Christopher Kent. Oops, sorry,
CK.
CK Christopher Kent. Good. They were kind of good books, kind of good books.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm all excited about the next General Zod story, but we're still talking about this issue.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think that I love it. He's like, you gotta look away, you gotta look away, and then
look away.
they briefly go over this, but then it jumps to Daniel Simper doing this piece of it, which it's incredible, and again, it didn't take away from the annual because this you don't see this in the annual, you see this in the annual,
Right.
which we'll go back to. So this annual, first off, Eddie Barrow is inking himself, which I'm trying to think it was a Pereira.
It's very
Per,
neat. It
yeah,
very, there's this panel reminds me of a Gene Ha cover to Superman 1 million.
right. Yep.
Quiz Dental, like I could, but it has that feel to it. It took me right back to
I
that.
love all these fucking like costume changes. I love it. I love it. And fucking Hourman shows
Our
up
Man. I love it,
and I'm
dude.
like,
Our Man.
holy shit. Like I love this. And I love this like haven't seen you in ages. I love the ship, how crazy that is, and you get the 1 million callback. Like all this was just killer, you know?
Yeah.
And there's Batman Beyond to Commandi to that's Future State? Because that's Future State.
Yeah.
here. Um, you just do all of it. That's just Convergence, right? That was
Hmm.
Convergence. Yeah,
And that's from
you're
Teen
doing all of
Titans
it. Right.
during Jeff John's run,
Right.
the top
Yeah.
right corner.
So, and then you have Infinite Man, which has been throughout the entire Williamson run. Then all the aspects of time travel, like just everything he has to do here. I just love how good Superman is. And then he has to make a decision, and he's like, nope, everyone stays. He's
Everyone
saving
stays.
all of it.
Every Legion
Every
is
version of
happening.
Legion is staying. You fucker. You fucking, that's so fucking cool. That's so cool because again, like every version, we've read every version, right? We've
Yes.
read every
Yeah.
version. So like kind of the whole thing. We've kind of read every version through. I didn't never. I guess I never finished the Bendis, but um, because I feel like it went to like Superman in jail.
Because
I don't know.
it went to the what was the crossover? Was it Justice League,
Yeah.
Legion, and that was late, so a lot of people fell off, and then it never came back to the regular series.
Right. Yeah, it just ended there. So, but I think this is really into this actually looks like Zero Hour. Like this was like a lot of Zero Hour vibes, but
Yep.
you're back in costume. He's trying to get there. Like I fucking like the lowest part in the beginning, which I didn't really cover, is just coming back right here and just him trying to get out. And then they have this again. Like this was like I cried when this happened. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's
Like
good.
I was like, this was so cool. Um, yeah, I just love it. I just thought this was this, and then you have a couple pages of the Hayden Sherman fucking Legion in the back, and you're like, God, look at
I'm so
that.
jazzed. I'm so jazzed for this series, dude.
What? Like,
I had
look
a
at
friend.
that, dude.
I had a friend who's like, I love Legion, but I don't know about this artwork. I'm like, give it a chance. Give it a chance.
Yeah.
You
Got
and
a
I are
Robin?
pro.
What are we doing here? What's happening there? Do it. Do it.
Hmm.
Do it, bro.
Why wouldn't there be a Robin?
I don't say Robin Legion. Just do it.
Doesn't have to be in Legion. It could just be another. There's other people. There's other
Um,
superheroes.
now past this. This
Okay.
was in this I love. So this was a Sophie Campbell story in Action Comics 1000 that Dan Mora drew. All right, we following that, and Tamara colored. I love Tamara's colors. I love Dan Mora. I love how insane everything looks in here. Um, I love Superboy Prime. So I can't believe it. He became like the best like character, and then you have to have this guy because he loves this fire guy. Because I guess
Yeah.
that's Dan Moore's creation. So I
Right.
think
Right.
that's really fun. But there is
So
a part where, wait, isn't there a part where he says Sophie Campbell's writing it? I forget.
yeah,
There's a part.
and he says Superboy's acting slightly out of character. Like your
Right,
little like you don't act like, and it's true. He doesn't act like that anymore.
right,
But
right, right.
but like it's just, did Sophie Campbell know she's doing that? Like it's very funny. It's very funny. Like Sophie Campbell writes Connor Kent to fit the story, and then Superboy Prime points out you don't act like this anymore.
Right.
I'm
But it's
like, this
funny
is
that they I think he comes in and says something about it might be maybe it was in this, I'm not sure, where Superboy Prime says something. He's like, well, Sophie Campbell's writing Supergirl, so it's a little bit different. And it's like, what? Like, and even with this, with them just kind of going to the comic book store and just like I think the word balloons changing here is just like awesome. Um, this is an Easter egg here. So Zarpe was a book he did with a handful of guys. This is Dan Mora in wherever he's from, South America or whatever. And then they put out, and I think it was in San Diego. He put out this book, Zarpe X. So he has 9 volumes of Zarpe. I don't think it's in English at all. And I think Zarpe X was the first time there, and he had like a chicken kind of guy on it. So I think that's really cool. He just kind of drew that in. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's right there.
that's cool.
But this speech is real. Listen, this is the Williamson speeches are just give them to me. You know what I mean? Like this speech is really fantastic, and then this speech at the end is really fantastic. I don't want to spoil a lot of stuff, but
While Williamson was writing this, he realizes like, oh man, I'm kind of going meta here. I got to go reread Supreme to make sure I'm not treading on Alan Moore ground.
right,
Which is what I
right.
said to you when I'm reading it. I'm like, Mark, this reads like the way it's giving me the same feels as like Alan Moore Supreme. And Josh Williamson realized that as he's writing it. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, those very Mary Jane vibes in that. I mean, she's so, but she's a witch, so they have that little like. And listen, this is the end. Nope. Yeah, I'm not sure how if you can get away with this. Yeah, and then you think it's over. It's not over. Look at how good that Supergirl is too. God damn it.
You Dan Mara women, dude. You
Does
love
it
them.
say? I'm trying to find the spot where I thought he says I forget where he put it. There is a part where he says something Sophie Campbell's right in it, so I just think it's great. So yeah, so now we have the Kingdom of Zod, which I feel is that's a slot plot. Um,
Well, yeah, I mean, we get that.
but
We can
now we
talk
have
about it.
Superman back, and then Superboy Prime is just not leaving. You know what I mean? So I
I
think this
I
is
I hope not. Like, does Superboy Prime get his own book? Is that enough, or do we like him? Like, I've really enjoyed these past couple months. And Mark, we hate this stuff. We hate when our characters leave and you get someone else for a couple
yeah,
months. But then sometimes the writer and artist just do such a good job with it. You're like, ah, Superman's coming back. Boo. It's like, what am I complaining for? I fucking love Superman.
right. Yeah. No, to have Superman, also Superman Prime, yeah, to have Superman leave and then, but then like all the stuff that he's doing in that annual is like, okay, this is everything that I'm doing. This is what's happening. And just seeing like that, and they just did such a good job. It was such an earned leave between the Time Trapper, like that Time Trapper storyline was really long. That was like 10 issues long or something like that. Then it goes into KO.
But that time
So,
travel story was so good. Like I
yeah,
just
man, I don't know where we are here. We got to get into the X so you can go hard out. We were right around here. We did the
we
zero,
talk we did yeah, we did talk about Zero. We talked about this is the cover that was actually published. Right.
right? Because we did
We
the
talk
cover that
about
wasn't published.
right, post the unpublished cover. We talk about Drew Struzan, drew a He-Man variant at one point. Rest in peace, Drew Struzan.
Yeah, but that what's that sword? That's
That's the
the
2000X line.
2000X sword.
That's the Michael Young Productions line.
But it's almost like a dull face. Dull
Yes.
face. Give
Yes.
me a dull face.
This is a cell from the Mechanical Monsters,
Yep.
Fleischer
From the
Studios.
from the worst gallery ever. You can't get enough of it.
I can't. That's
It's
why I gotta.
cool.
Yeah, I can't like. I didn't look up like. I couldn't. Usually, I look up the original art or the actual published piece, which always looks better.
Right.
I can't. I couldn't do anything with this. I gotta
You're not gonna
go.
watch all the Fleischer and try to find the exact moment.
Go. Yeah. Right.
So I do remember this.
Yeah.
This was what? This was
This
in
was going to be pit number four. Pit number four solicitations have Spawn in it,
No
and then guess what?
Dice.
No dice. No Spawn in that issue.
You jerks. You jerks. Valentino.
Valentino. This is a great issue of What If. What if the Fantastic Four all had the same powers? Really good. Really
Oh,
smart. Some good Easter eggs in this. McFarlane inked this cover,
I
but I
don't know if
had
I knew
to.
that.
Yes, but if you go over one, no, don't go out of it. Go to the other picture. Corner box art, Doctor Doom inked by McFarlane.
Come
Marvel,
on.
Marvel hate it when McFarlane drew in the corner box, and there's a cover of New Mutants where it's penciled in there. McFarlane, Todd, don't draw in here.
Come
So
on.
stupid. We loved it as comic fans. We're like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
more art, more bang for the buck.
I guess I was getting Batman in '89. I got it probably at Walden Books before before I went to like Direct Market, and I didn't see until just 2, 3 years ago when I was getting a bunch of old Brayfogels because I was replacing my newsstands. There's
Right?
a ton. There's a ton of Brayfogle corner art. There's a Red Hood one.
Which is
He
amazing.
never drew. He never drew Joker. He never like the complaint by Brayfogle is that Alan Grant just created a bunch of new stuff, which is cool. But he's like, I never really got to draw. You only really got to draw that stuff on the covers and stuff, like the Joker,
You always
like
got to find the balance of new
so.
stuff and old stuff. Jeff Johns
Yeah.
always worked that.
Oh,
Uh,
rub the blood.
Rub the blood, dude. Blood Strike number one. Nice, clean scan. Uh,
That
I
mine,
borrowed your copy to scan it, and then I realized I still
right?
have it. But I do have this is a copy of the original art. The problem is, Liefeld did a remaster of this book. New colors. They're okay. But like they had to scan the ash can to recolor it. But the scan of the ash can isn't that good. And then this guy sold this cover like a couple months later. This artwork popped up like within months of like Liefeld doing the remaster of Blood Strike number one. See, this is fine. It's a good ash can, but like the inks aren't as solid as like it's an ash can.
Right.
So I don't know. I'll show
What?
that again when I get to the Bloodstrike remastered version. I'll show you.
Plus, they did a Bloodstruck remastered.
Yeah,
Just
they recolored it. They
I
just
don't know.
recolored it, and then of course,
Fragaboom. So you're
boom.
saying that's what's here. There's no Liefeld inks on here. You got Miki, but we don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It says
Listen,
Miki right
go
there,
back
bro.
go back to the regular cover. Go back one more. See, that's weird. It says Liefeld there, but Miki there. He could have just been messing with Miki and put his name there, or maybe Miki did the characters and Liefeld went in and inked the faces. There's a good chance of that.
Yeah, I don't
I mean,
know.
I don't
You
know.
could ask him tomorrow. I think you could probably ask him other things.
I might add some other things. It's Eric Powell. This is a cover for a new mini comic. New meaning like probably 10 years ago.
Oh, nice.
You see, Eric Powell is doing a Thor original hardcover for I don't know if it's for Abrams or
For
not.
Abrams.
Is
Yeah,
it for
yeah, yeah.
Abrams?
Yep.
I'm surprised we forgot to cover that. Eric Powell, dude, we love him. So
Ooh.
this pinup is in the Superman gallery, but it's the rejected cover
Yeah.
because they hate Jack
Interesting.
Kirby Superman faces, but they still colored it.
Yeah.
Scan of the pencils,
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
the published cover.
You did a good job. You did a good with Al Plastino. Probably Al
Yeah,
Plastino.
but
So wait, that's like
That's Jack
almost
Kirby's first
completely
issue.
redrawn. Jesus God. Right? Kirby is here, but we don't like it. So we're gonna redraw it.
We're
Jesus,
paying him. I know.
that's horrible.
This is Jack Kirby's first issue of Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. That's just a
Hmm.
better copy of the printed comic. The other one's more of a digital scan.
Yeah, yeah.
I like showing them both.
Yeah, the
I
color
wish
separations
I wish I didn't have to
are
work anymore, so I could just do this every day. I'm gonna go back to work and like not have time to do this.
whoa, it's my brigade. It's my
Nah, that's my brigade. That's just me. I took the three scans and tried to put them together, but somebody else had a scan that's photoshopped together, but the quality's not as high. Still pretty good. It's a good scan. Cleaned. He cleaned it up, or maybe he had a larger scanner and unfolded the wraparound gatefold cover.
is it cut at the bottom with the Ratman?
This one looks like it's cut. Mine's more complete.
Ratman. Yeah, you did a better job. Don't you cut don't you cut nor Ratman? How
Yeah, I'll
dare
cut the
you?
Ratman.
How dare you?
And the solicitation, of course, had the promotional cover, which we already showed a couple days ago.
Right, right, right. But what is that? That was that ever shown ever?
Promotional poster.
Oh,
In
okay.
fact, that promotional poster went along with the Bloodstrike cover. It's like something like "Feel the Blood" because they did. Frank
Frank
Cho
Frank Cho
beat
Butt.
right.
That's dope. What was that for?
That,
Was that for like a
that
one
was
of the
that was for
postcards?
yeah, it's one of the postcards. Colored by Emiliano Santalucia.
Oh, interesting. Oh yeah. You're spelling that out. That's beautiful.
That's Tila Booty.
That's what I'm talking
Frank
about.
chose one of his things. I had already posted this one, but like I can show you the shitty gallery colors, and then compare it to the it's a scan of the actual Superman 400. Just looks better.
Yeah, there's like no color separate. Let's see. Yeah. They needed to do that was in 400. I feel like
Yeah,
they just did. There was a Brainiac Reborn omnibus that I think just came out, and I feel like they had pinups in there, but I don't know what they had the McFarlane pinup, but I'm trying to remember what that was from. It wasn't 400. Where was the McFarlane pinup? Was it 400?
no, it was the Superman special by Walt Simonson.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that was in there.
This is a scan of card art that I liked. This comic, this toy came with a comic that has the Neil Adams cover, and this is me messing around, just trying to give it a background, trying to clean it up.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not bad.
see that I dislike this sword like so
I know.
much.
Yes,
So
it goes
much.
away from what a He-Man sword should look like. It's too
Yeah, like
technologically.
this, He-Man, uh,
Another
uh,
picture from the gallery. Lois
I
Lane
don't,
Annual 2.
yeah, I don't mind those colors though. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
it's
kind of like
fine.
that.
It's kind of like they upped it a little. They tried.
Yeah, it's unoffensive though. I think it's unoffensive in what it's
It's
doing.
unoffensive is a good way to put it
It's unoffensive.
because the original does. There's not much to the original.
Alien Lois. I like it when Lois gets married to other aliens. That's my favorite. Like that one, like big pink guy,
Mm,
and then she accidentally kissed him. Did you ever read that story? So she kisses this like big pink like he looks like Ludo from Labyrinth, right?
okay.
She kisses him, and then for something happens that she basically deduces that her like chemistry touching him, he turns to fucking dust. He just disappears. And I'm like, you just killed this guy. Like,
Wow.
first off, like the fucking the Lois Lane comics are insane because she just wants to get married to Superman. That's her whole motivation. She's not trying to do stories. She's trying to get married. So
Right.
she's trying to either throw herself off a building to get saved by Superman, or she's trying to date a like another alien to get married. Like that's every issue. And this one was just brutal because she basically just
Yeah.
murders
That's
this.
crazy.
It was like Gleep or something. I don't remember the name.
All
So
right. Blood Strike number 2, Dan Fraga, ain't by Miki. But here's the secret, Mark. Next picture. This is a rejected, or not rejected. Liefeld ended up not using it for a cover to X Force. It's not a great picture, but you can see it looks like Domino kicking Deadpool and Cable's on the ground.
I threw
So
it on the
nothing,
ground.
let no art be wasted, Mark. That's what I always say.
Oh, I see. It's flipped.
They flipped it.
Flip ya.
Well, also that image could be flipped because it was a screenshot from a video feed.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
The awesome
Chrome.
Brigade number 2 Chrome cover. Mirror Coat. Mirror Coat is what they called it. This is a scan of the newsstand edition. That's the best image you're going to get of that cover. This is from an image promotional magazine. I think you have it. It's like black, white, and red. And of
Oh, I
course,
don't
there's
have that. I
stations.
know. Yeah, I know that. I don't have that. I do
Oh,
need
you
to get
don't
that.
have it. Okay.
No, DeLuca did a video on it. It was awesome.
All right. This is
That's
by
one I
Sean
need.
Sean Cheeks Galloway.
Cheeks.
Butt Cheeks Galloway. That's Milligan likes to call him.
Look at that Skeletor, man. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, it's neat
That's
looking.
something, man. This guy's got choices. Yeah, actually, I was going to say like it's like Ben Herrera. We talked about that second Ben Herrera reference.
That's
Oof.
right.
Yeah. See, this looks muddy.
Muddy. Superman 59. And this looks better.
She got Nikes.
Looks like it. Off brand. Off brand Nikes.
Okay, in this issue, Lois asks Clark the burning question: Why are you Superman? Why'd you bring me up here? It's fucking freezing.
Really? You can
You
take her to the
dickhead.
beach. There's a you can fly anywhere.
Who wrote that? Was it Jurgens? Or yeah, right, Jurgens read. I feel like back then there was a lot of like good emotional speak. I feel like there was a lot of stuff when like she took the glasses off. Like I feel like there was a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
stuff going on that was pretty good. Who drew
Stephen
this?
Platt. Stephen Platt. Platt,
Oh,
Platt, Platt. Red Hulk cover. Looks pretty cool, but I put it up because I came across the original art.
Splat.
Splat, splat, splat. Still working. It's got a lot of play for me having the J. Scott Campbell. This was a
Oh,
variant to number one when
yeah.
it still sucks that it's the 2000X line, so you got that sword you don't love.
Yep.
But the rest of the designs were pretty. It was a good line.
Yeah, the merman there is great. The Evelyn's great. I love Evelyn in the movie, dude.
I know,
Ooh,
it's
fun.
great. Original art, nice.
Tim Towns.
Tim
Tim
Townsend, dude,
Towns.
one of the best inkers of the
Boobs.
'90s.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that merman.
Superman special by Gil Kane.
Muddy,
Great issue.
offensive. Look how more powerful that is. So much more
It's
powerful.
clean. Yeah,
I love these specials the way they look. That he did the first three, two, and
I
then I
think. Yeah, I think.
forget at least two.
And then he went and did Power of the Atom.
Yeah,
Good
also
stuff.
great. And then Talos,
This is
Splat.
Love Team Platt from Pencils. The I had a piece of art for this, and across the front it said, "Do not reproduce this image." I'm like, they're on the internet, dude. Fuck you. Like,
So
so
you
I
grok it.
did.
You threw it in
I
grok.
went. No, I went and found someone else who had it up. This was
Oh,
a
okay.
promotional piece that was originally in the solicitations for Bloodstrike number 2. So it's Fraga, inked by Miki, promotes the
Ragaboom.
solicitation. What is it? It's the Cable. It's the one of the covers for Cable number 1.
Oh,
When Liefeld was going to do Cable on the High Lords, which he was still going to draw while drawing Youngblood, and Marvel's like, nah, we're good. We're just going to take your plot, not credit you, and publish it with Nicieza and John Romita Jr.
so crazy.
And this is today. Bloodstrike 3. I didn't have much for this. Just Dan Fraga, Dan Panosian getting
Yeah.
choked. Battlestone getting choked.
Get the Panosian little dots and stuff. Like that's what you, this stuff. That's the Panosian. That's the Panosian I know.
That's right.
Danny.
This is a Tommy Lee Edwards cover.
Oof. I like that, dude.
It was so good, they made a foil cover out of it.
Oh wow. You have that foiled
I
again.
I actually don't have this one, but it's not expensive. So if you
Put it
come
on the
across it,
list.
put it on the list. Uh, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez Superman cover
What character
again.
is that?
I don't know.
The Phantom Spaceman. It's a very, it's like this is you're gonna
If
put this in the
if you
gallery out of all the listen, the Jose, what are they doing? The Jose Garcia Lopez, you have the one where he's flying and Lois is on his back. Like that's the one.
there's a yeah,
What
that's
are
the
you
one,
talking
dude.
about? What are you talking
Yeah,
about? You picked the Phantom Spaceman one? And how'd you do that? Did you have the original art and stuff? Like how did that happen?
that's probably something.
Right?
They must have had a file or something. I don't know.
That's crazy. That just seems crazy. You're gonna do a Phantom Spaceman.
It's an odd
Wow,
choice. It's an odd choice.
that is something.
We're
Splat.
caught up. Oh yeah, that's right.
What if
We
Splat?
we had saw the original art to this cover in Baltimore 2 years ago,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, Marvel's going to use it. This has nothing to do with the issue. The issue is like the Hulk. Like it's a picture of Galactus, true, but it has nothing to do with the Hulk becoming his herald. You know.
Was this a sketch for someone? Yeah, we did
I
see
think
this being
I
drawn.
feel like it was a commission, which is
Yeah.
a great commission, and then Marvel has the right to print commissions, I believe.
Yep.
But you still got to get paid for it because then there's digital rights and stuff.
Right, 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 right.
Well, that's all I got for this week. I'll hold off my haul till next week. Not that there's
Yeah,
much of one.
you got a super haul. You're taking a trip, Long Island
And
to
go to Long
see.
Island. Hey, everybody. Long
So
Island over
next
here.
week's gonna be like a 50% live felt episode. This
I
this one
will.
was 5%,
I'm
if
sure there will be
that.
stuff I can talk about and stuff I don't talk about, which is typical. I always end up like in the cone of silence. The
Cone
cone
of
of
silence.
silence. So that's all we got, man. This is a Spider-Man heavy episode. I hope people watch it. Like I think
Yeah,
it's a good
I
Spider-Man
feel
review.
like I just talk I just it's
No,
it's
you,
it's
you, you
it's
did the
good
work.
mood mark where instead of
Odyssey
look,
Mark.
if if you spend time watching something, watch something that makes you happy. I can watch He-Man, makes me happy
It
a
does.
lot. Okay. This movie makes me happy. It's sad, happy, sad, happy,
Like
sad.
I
Listen,
liked Supergirl, but I don't feel the urge to watch it right away. Like I don't like when
I
I watch
haven't watched it. I
Superman,
did see a Lobo scene. I could probably, I think Supergirl, I think is now hit streaming or whatever soon. So I'll watch it, but I just, to me is,
but Spider-Man,
you
I
know,
can watch it right away. He-Man, I can watch it right away.
I
So
just, I could watch Spider-Man right now again. Like
yeah.
again, this specific one on how conflict, and again, it really comes down to just having like the right person do it. Listen, it's the same writers of pretty much all three. The first Homecoming had Jonathan Daly and Christopher Gold, like those guys, as well as the Eric Summers, and there's two guys that wrote the last all the movies, all
Mhm.
four, but they've done solo on this one, and I feel like there was probably a lot of Daniel coming in and rescripting and Tom rescripting. Because again, there were dream sequences that they were going to have. He was going to have six arms. He was going to have a
That would
spider
have been neat.
head.
Yeah, like that.
Like there was a lot of concepts of stuff that I know is going to come out in interviews that almost happened. So I think that's
I
pretty
can't
great.
wait. I can't wait to hear it all. So, all right, Mark, I gotta go.
Yep.
Everyone, have a great week.
Whoa. All right,
I'll talk
everyone.
to you all later.
See everybody soon.